inside a U-Haul van. Michael Alvarez of Los Angeles did not provide the necessary commercial driver's license or other documentation to police. Police also found other electrical devices that would have been used to hijack the diesel pumps in order to steal the fuel from truck stops. The FBI and the Department of Homeland Security is now involved in this case. Country music star Tim McGraw is coming to Birmingham this year. McGraw's Pawn Shop Guitar Tour will be at the Coca-Cola Amphitheater in Birmingham on August 31st. Tickets are being sold through Live Nation and will go on sale this coming Friday morning. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Pizza and wings. Nothing goes better with watching basketball than with something to fill up the family from Pizza Perfect. Buy any large pizza and get 10 boneless wings for free. Absolutely free. Pizza Perfect is known for their all-you-can-eat buffet that includes pizza as well as spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $13. The buffet is available Monday through Saturday for lunch and for dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Pizza and wings from Pizza Perfect in Eastbrook.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm Bill. You called about some breakers tripping?
Oh, yes, Bill. My brother-in-law says you can do almost anything.
That's me. Not much I hadn't seen.
Do you really want someone who does almost anything in your electric box? Think about that, because each year thousands of home fires are caused by faulty wiring. That's why you want a professional, like the electricians at Crosby Electric.
Bill, how's it going? Bill, ooh, are you okay?
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't really need my eyebrows anyway.
At Crosby Electric, all technicians undergo rigorous safety training, as well as background checks, drug testing, and continuing education.
Bill, you think maybe I should call a real electrician?
No, these little slip-ups happen. Everybody does it.
Really?
No, not really. When you need professional electric work, or you just like someone to assess your home for safety, call the experts at Crosby Electric, 272-2085, or visit us at crosbyelectric.com.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. You're on a just nasty day. Just overcast, everybody's mood's down. And you know, earlier I was at the State House in a very nice room I won't even disclose. And it looks so nice, Eddie Bader here in the studio with me, that it and you wouldn't you figure the internet didn't even work up there. Kind of a metaphor for state politics in a way. It looks nice at times.
Yeah.
They're very sweet and charming folks, but anyway. Joining us now, because there's a lot to get to today, we have Jeff Poor, host of the Jeff Poor Show, and of course he is editor-in-chief at 1819news.com. Jeff, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing well, Joey. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, did you survive the rest of the day on the third floor?
Yeah, they came at 10 o'clock to disconnect the internet and switch me over to another network. So it was fantastic.
Gotta love this state. Anything crazy in your mind worthwhile going on in the session right now? I know you talked to a few of the elected officials there, especially on the Senate side.
Yeah, and it seems a lot of blocking and tackling, pretty much. I don't think there's anything too crazy. The thing that's interesting to me is some of the high school athletic discussion, and the legislature really but not really. They got a bill filed with language in it that's very, very strict, but will they actually go through with it or not? That's unknown.
Yeah, and it's very frustrating to see that group just use whatever little power they have to push back on school choice. And I think it's a shame, some of the decisions they've recently made.
Yeah, and But there's more to it than that. They essentially deployed the I don't know if it's a nuclear option or what, but they split up the private schools from the public schools. They still play each other, but they don't necessarily they won't play each other in championship competition. So that being said, the private schools really would take a hit here when they segregate them out like that, because you play like in an area. Those of you familiar with high school athletics, for example, you got like 4 or 5 schools that you play in the same area. You play basketball, you play them all in football. Well, when you do that with private schools for the sake of championship competition, you still have to play these schools in a regular season. And in some cases, you would have a school, say in Phoenix City, Glenwood Academy, and would have to travel all the way to Mobile to play in their area, which no big deal. Friday night, you can do it, but trying to get a basketball season and, a Tuesday night basketball or a Wednesday night basketball game and having to travel halfway across the state to compete against schools in your league, it's really...
You broke up there for a second, Jeff. Still there? Oh, no.
No, we lost him.
I think we've lost him.
Yeah, we
Our
have.
connection's not gone, but I'm not...
Oh, there you went.
I think he'll call us back.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully so. I mean, how you doing today?
I'm all right, man. Like you said, weather. Yeah, crap.
Yeah, kind of puts you in the like, meh.
It has.
Yeah.
Want to fight somebody.
And I was telling Jeff this morning that with the Epstein thing, it's got me just like, it stings my soul. Not just the awful depraved stuff in there, but then how it's just become a spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, where's any of the justice? And in a way, folks who are like, we were so right. Like, there's a lot of stuff in these emails, in this dump from Epstein, that really confirms a lot of the Pizzagate stuff.
Yep.
Not that it's, like, happened at one particular pizza
No, but
parlor,
it was
but
happening.
they were using this code language for a lot of this stuff. Oh, yeah. That's definitely going on.
Did you see the emails concerning Elon? And Elon asking to be...
Yeah.
So if I'm Elon, and I heard this from a comedian, so I thought it's hysterical.
Mm.
He's like, I tried to get in the Epstein Island, and I couldn't. So therefore, I'm clear. I'm innocent. I was so nerdy, they wouldn't even let me up there.
Right.
So
No,
I'm,
and that's like, in Elon's defense has been, yeah, I've been the one person calling for this like crazy, so I kind of knew there was nothing on me. But
Yeah.
I was telling Jeff this morning that, like, to me, it's more of a power play to, like, open the kimono, be like, look at all this ugliness and glory, and then flex, be like, what are you going to do
What are
about
you
it?
going to do about it? Yeah.
I think we're at that
Keep
moment
looking.
right now.
Keep looking.
I don't want to look. It's
Right.
driving me nuts. I think we have him back here. Jeff, that you?
We still got you here?
There we
Yeah, there we go.
Uh,
Yeah, it
yeah, I
is.
got swallowed in the belly of the beast. Doesn't have great seriousness, go figure.
Can't have that newer. I can't believe I agree, but like they do need a new building. It's such a joke at times. Great. Anyway, yeah, it is a shame what the high school association is continuing to do. And a guy who used to run Montgomery Catholic, really frustrated by it. He's no longer here in Alabama, but yeah, to take that away from, I think, everybody, like
Yes.
to have that true competition between private and public should be going on.
Why not?
And
Well, I don't know, bore your listeners with this topic, but they treat it like this, Joe. They act like the private schools are the only schools recruiting
Right.
in Alabama,
Right.
but the public schools are engaging in this behavior just like the private schools. You're not fooling anybody. That it's just let's get back to like a real honest, frank discussion about this. Either you're going to enforce the rules universally or not, and you could go from there.
now, one person, seeing her lovely face, met her, shook her hand this morning, April Weaver. It looks like this bill to bring the death penalty of those against horrific child sex abuse cases, like that's advancing in the Senate. If this one actually gets done, you could see maybe a court challenge, and hopefully, who knows what the Supreme Court wants to do all the way down the line, but I imagine this is a worthwhile fight, even if we know the federal courts on first blush probably won't like it.
Yeah, there'll definitely be a court challenge on this one. And I mean, it's going to pass. The idea here is, and Matt Simpson, who's the state lawmaker from Daphne, who's leading it in the House, he explains it really well here that the idea is to make the Eighth Amendment prohibits cruel and unusual punishment, and to take away at least part of that would be the unusual aspect of it. So if a bunch of states, Alabama's one of a few, to impose the death penalty for child sex offenses, then you make it not unusual anymore, and then it becomes usual, and that argument on the Eighth Amendment of the Constitution kind of is at least diminished somewhat.
Yeah, and I just think seeing a lot of stories, and we were just talking when you dropped for a second about, again, how disturbing the Epstein thing is, and a lot of code language being used. And I saw some arrest, I believe, in Australia, terrible network that spans across most of the English-speaking world of people really doing, I'm trying to put it mildly, awful things to children, even at a very young age. So, how do you stop that? Well, you say, well, if we catch you, we're going to kill you, and we're going to do it in a legal way by a jury of your peers. And I don't know. I have no problem with that becoming a law of the land.
Yeah, it's just a question as if you could get the Supreme Court to see it the way you see it, right, or the way most people see it, and that's the challenge with this law. I think morally, you're going to see we had yesterday in a committee hearing about it. You had one Democrat vote against it; the others went along with it. That's probably how it's going to go. You just got to have people who are just ideologically opposed to the death penalty, no matter what,
right.
opposing it. But other than that, those who are okay with the death penalty will probably vote along with the Republicans on this one.
Now, shifting gears, Coach Tuberville, United States Senator Tuberville, soon to be Governor Tuberville, even especially after this ballot challenge, and there's still some folks on the Democrat side holding out hope the ballot challenge thing might work, but he begins 2026 with $1 million in fundraising. I saw your report there at 1819. And I also am starting to get a sense of, what's the media environment going to be like? And I think Tuberville might be one of the best things to happen to certain Democrat mayors, or I've also, let's throw this in, he just joined, Tuberville did, along with Barry Moore, the Sharia-Free America Against Radical Islam Caucus up there in the United States Congress. And you're already seeing CAIR put out, I don't know if you got this newsletter or press release, that, this is awful racism and they're going to take away our constitutional rights. So I just feel like Tuberville's coming in like just a wrecking ball, and is going to actually be the rock-ribbed conservative that I think represents so many people in this state.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it's definitely going to be a contrast from Kay Ivey for certain, right? I mean, it's hard to say, but I think what he is in. But I just say is the ballot challenge is kind of interesting, and I think I finally got a good explanation of it, of what happened. So the difference between your eligibility to run for governor and your eligibility to be governor are apparently two different things. And that sounds crazy, but in the eyes of the Republican Party, does Tommy Tuberville check all these boxes? Yes. But in the eyes of the Alabama Constitution, to be governor, you can win the election, but you're not governor just on the heels of the election. You got to go through the transition and be sworn in. That's where this could come back up again. Somebody could challenge it and have him disqualified. But this is where it gets fascinating, guys. That it would not go to the courts. It would be considered by the Alabama legislature, who would appoint a commission. If they could decline to hear it, and I think that's where that would go if it were challenged. But they could also, if they decided to hear it, it would go to a commission appointed by the Alabama legislature. They would review the documents, they would hear the sides, and then if by some stretch of wild imagination that whoever challenges Tuberville as governor-elect would prevail there, then it would go to the lieutenant governor. Well, think about that.
Wow.
John Wall, I see standing right outside the window here. He's got his own problems. Let's say he failed his to meet the standard of the legislative commission. He goes through sort of a similar process. then the Senate pro tem becomes governor.
Wow. And right now that's Gudger?
Garland Gudger, yeah. But now they elect a new pro tem every quadrennium. So
yeah,
essentially, you would have the Alabama State Senate electing the governor. If it got to that point, it's highly unlikely it ever would. But it doesn't go through the courts. It goes through the legislature on these constitutional ballot challenges.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense. But I don't. If it gets to that point, it'll be quite a circus to watch. And it's like, yeah, well, that commission's in session. Just unplug the internet and give yourself a few more days there, Coach. It's what a world. And what do you think of this going hard in the paint, both Tuberville and Barrymore, on fighting against radical Islam, Sharia-Free America? Like these folks, I'm getting, like, again, I said the press releases, this is just abject racism akin to George Wallace. But I have a sense that play by the usual groups like CAIR, what is it, the Council on American Islamic Relations, it doesn't play the same way, certainly not here in the state of Alabama.
I mean, do we think this is a threat? That radical Islam is, that we're going to have any place in Alabama observing Sharia law? But now, the country, yeah, that's a different story. We don't want to become Western Europe. We don't want that to happen. We don't want to be Dearborn, Michigan. Fair enough. It's a fun red meat political play to me. I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but I can acknowledge it for what it is. So, make of it what you will. Tuberville is running for governor, and this probably poll tests really well. Barrymore is running for Senate. It probably polls real well, and that this is what you got to do to win an election.
Oh yeah, and now that the world is getting smaller with our new media, like you can see what's happened to Europe, and in particular the UK, and folks don't want any business with that. And I love how they're going to take away our constitutional rights, freedom of religion. It's like, no, that's not the bill that Coach has introduced. That's not what they're talking about at all. They're saying that your particular, say, religious law cannot trump the Constitution of the United States. So it's the back and forth sometimes is a little ugly, but honestly, somebody like an Ilhan Omar sort of brings it on herself. Though I don't want her sprayed with apple cider vinegar or that weird thing that happened the other day.
But let me ask you this, Joe. Don't you think like an Ilhan Omar invites this discussion, this debate, that she gets to be the martyr, gets to be the victim, gets to be the hero whenever they bring a bill or talk about this kind of thing, that she's the one in front of the cameras. She's the one talking about this. She's and I think that she almost relishes it.
Yeah, and I think you're going to get the same dynamic with, say, Mayor Reed and Mayor Woodfin with Tuberville as governor. It's sort of I think, for instance, the Trump administration sees that and goes, oh, Ilhan Omar is the face of the Democratic Party. Great. So it's almost like a mutual, like a stalemate or equilibrium where it's like, yep, we'll pick our players and this is what we're going to do for the time being. We both raise a lot of money off of it.
Yeah, I think so too. But I would just say this though: we are in the middle of this election cycle, and it doesn't surprise me. Barrymore and Tommy Tuberville have hitched their wagon to this cause.
And real quick, it looks like Jerry Carl's still going pretty strong, despite people backing other candidates in that CD1 race.
Yeah, and we're about to the 100-day mark here until the primary. Here, I think we're at 105 days until the Republican primary. Jerry Carl has dominated this race from the get-go. And there's sort of this alternate reality that it's close. But I'm telling you, this is a campaign poll. It's on 1819news.com about this race. But I just tell you this, I've seen some other polls. I've seen the farmers. I've seen some other internal campaigns. They're all pretty much telling us the same thing. And Rhett Marquez has not caught on yet. Now it's getting late in the game, but that's sort of what we're looking at. I think they still got some work to do if they want to be competitive, and at least admit I'm going to make a runoff and then have that extra 30 days to run and potentially wrap up the nomination.
Well, and I look at it this way because I don't live down there. It's my dad and lives down there. Could talk to him about it, but I think after the federal courts, as we talked about on your show this morning, did the whole redistricting and required another district, and somebody was going to get screwed who was an incumbent, and sadly, Jerry Carl was the one who got screwed. And I think it's a pretty easy case to make to folks in that district. Look, I've been representing most of y'all for a long time. What's wrong with what I've been giving you? I know you like Barry in that particular one, but I don't know. I think it's an easy case for the guy to make, and honestly, I think he's done a fairly good job up there in the Congress.
It's a weird district because there's a real division from one side to the other. And I'm telling you what I think is really working in Jerry Carl's favor is that Barry Moore is not, for whatever reason, hasn't really ingratiated himself with the Mobile, Baldwin County crowd. So there's a lot of people who just want their hometown boy. And Jerry Carl's that. And I think that's worth 10, 15 points in this race. I just think some of it's name ID. Some of it's that Red Marquez is starting from scratch. McKee is starting from scratch. But basically, there's all these built-in intangibles for Jerry Carl, and that's why it's such a wide gap between him and the others.
Well, not to give the answer to the quiz, but if folks are paying attention, if Marquez is able to pull this off, it's not just a signal of Marquez's strength. If y'all are paying attention to how this politics in this state works, we'll see how it all shakes out. And I always appreciate your time, Jeff. If folks want to check out what you're up to, how can they do so?
X.com/Jeff_Poor. That's how you get in touch.
Right. Thanks, man. Talk to you next week. Or actually,
1890 News, 1890news.com too. Yeah.
I guess we won't talk again next week. So without saying it, I'll just say congrats early and talk to you when I guess in a couple weeks.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Jeff. 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. That's 334-272-9228. Yeah, I got an email from the Council on American Islamic Relations.
Yeah.
And, normally, how much have we talked about, like, Tuberville's anti-Sharia stuff? And not much.
Not a whole lot.
But them sending me that press release, like, calling on all faith leaders and all leaders out there to call out this George Wallace-style racism. And it makes me kind of like what I was very tempted to be like, oh, wait, so, like, why should I listen to y'all's false prophet?
Right.
Yeah, the pushing is what makes me go, mm-hmm. No, and of course they're going to push back a little bit.
Of course, but...
And I do believe we have freedom of religion in this country.
Yes, we do.
We certainly do. But especially on the local level, the majority often ends up ruling.
Yep.
So just pay attention, folks. Pay attention. I don't think we have too much of that worry here in Alabama, but other parts of the country, you don't want to end up like
where do you
Western
see it
Europe.
Closest to hitting Alabama? Like for me, I could see...
There's already a strong Muslim community around Hoover.
Yeah. Like a Dearborn, though?
Oh, no.
See, I could see...
And there are a few Muslims here in Montgomery, and it's
yeah.
No, I don't want anybody to have a hard time. I don't want anybody harassed, but also we've seen what happens in other nations when it becomes a Muslim majority or almost in a voting bloc.
I could see Atlanta coming that way.
Atlanta.
Yep.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Anyway, on that note,
you
want to hear what Coach Tuberville had to say about this? Because this was the kickoff of the radical Islam, as they say it, the Sharia-Free America Caucus.
Oh, okay. Sharia-Free.
And a bunch of folks spoke at it, and from the House side and the Senate side. But Coach Tuberville was there. And so since this seems to play with Alabamians, let's give it a little listen.
All right.
Here's what I'm talking about.
Very, very important caucus, and it will grow. It's going to have to do that. It is just unfortunate, but folks, wake up, America. We got to wake up. The enemy is inside the gates. It is very, very important that we start to understand every day of how important this is. Important to us, our kids, and our grandkids, and the future of this great nation. 250 years that we've made it. But we're being attacked every day, and it's growing. But our side needs to grow also and fight back. There's a silent revolution that's going on in our country. We have to remember that radical Islam is not a religion. It is a political organization run by terrorists. No easy way to put it. Islamic extremism is infiltrating the U.S. and refusing to assimilate. But what's even darker than that, many of them are openly admitting that they are here with the intent to destroy our country and to kill Americans.
Tell us about it.
They couldn't put it any more clear.
Tell us about it.
This is not a secret. The Quran instructs them to kill all infidels. It specifically encourages them to behead all infidels. If you're not a Muslim, they don't want you here. It provides clear instructions about how they are to steal from non-Muslims. It's no wonder that a group of Somalians have been accused of stealing, 18 billion to this point, and growing, as President Trump says. Roughly 5 million Muslims live in this country, in the United States of America, and on the rise. We do have people who are Muslims in this country, of Muslim descent, who do not practice Sharia law, and they are welcome because they want to assimilate to our culture. But woke cities like Michigan, Minnesota, and New Jersey are replacing American civic norms with radical Islamic policies. Minneapolis became the first major U.S. city to allow amplified Islamic calls to prayer year-round. Noise ordinance be damned. This type of practice is not even allowed in most Muslim countries. Why do they do it here? They want to be seen and heard. They want to be on television. They want to rally the troops, which begs the question, if people like Ilhan Omar love this way of life back home, why don't you just move the hell back? This is our country. Our grandparents built this country 250 years. This is our birthday, and we do not want to change to a third world country. Radical Islam is fundamentally incompatible with the American way of life. We have to start understanding that. It does not work. They do not want it to work. Islamic would like to see every Christian and freedom-loving American convert to Islam or face death. Not to mention the horrible ways that they regularly abuse women and children. If you're a man in their cult, you can marry a 8, 9, 10-year-old girl. Do we not understand that this does not fit in our culture? Where is the feminists? Where are they at? It's time to wake up. Enough's enough, or we're going to lose our country. The press can call me an Islamophobe all they want. I don't care. It doesn't make me any difference. I love this country. I love what it stands for. I love that it's a Christian nation, and it's going to stay that way. What's happened to our brethren overseas in Europe? They've lost it. They've lost their way of life. And to get it back, how are they going to have to get it back? They're going to have to fight on the streets. They're going to have to take it back if they want to take it back. And I don't know whether their leadership wants that. But by God, we're not going to let that happen in our country. We're not going to let it get to that point. We're going to recognize it, and we're going to fight back before that gets to that point. Thanks to President Trump, he's made it a priority to stop illegal and even legal third world people coming into our country. Why do they want to come here? They don't want to come here for a better life. They want to change our lifestyles, and it does not work that way. We have to make that decision, and it's going to take a group of people like this to do it. It's time to stand up. It's time to be recognized. It's time to be loud, because if we don't do it, in the very near future, we're going to look like Europe. We're going to look like some of these other countries that have lost their way of life, and we owe it. We owe it to the people that built this country, and owe it to our kids and grandkids to save this country from this cult that has taken over every second of every day. They're making progress, and we need to stop that cult as we see it today.
Again, that's Coach Tommy Tuberville. I could call him Senator, but
he's Coach.
He's Coach. 272-9228. And it was that exact moment, that press conference, move the hell back, that I got this CAIR statement.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they said when Tuberville talks about excluding Alabama Muslims from the constitutional rights guaranteed to all Alabamians, or actually, they put it as Alabamans.
That's what seen that before.
There was no I there. Well, if you're reaching out to us, you can at least get it right.
You know, Joey, when you're getting those scam notices from like Nigeria, how they'll misspell stuff and you know it's a scam.
And by the way, didn't he say in that same thing, like, no, there are a lot of Muslims that don't practice this radical form, and they're welcome?
Yep.
And to assimilate in the...
Yep. And there are many who do.
But when he says the constitutional rights guaranteed to all Alabamans...
Alabamans?
Alabamans.
I've seen that before.
He sounds like a politician who studied George Wallace standing in a schoolhouse door and decided that Wallace's problem wasn't the bigotry, just the target.
That's moronic.
Oh, spare me your stupid liberal boomer slop. And spare me this common left-wing game of you encourage the radicals, you encourage the radicals, you encourage the radicals, but you always got the front-facing PR group. It's like, no, we're not part of them. We're not even fellow travelers. It kind of seems
but
like
if we don't get our way, these people seem to act up.
Yeah, these folks are going to cause mayhem in the streets. It's interesting how it's the same strategy.
But we're not connected to them at all.
272-9228. Got to hit this break. But first, this part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services. And they're Pest Pro, Ashley, and that great team ready to help you out at any time of the year. In fact, get on their monthly subscription model for pest control. It's a great way to control, pest control costs throughout the year. And you can always add on top of that basic protection package, termite inspection and year-round protection, mosquito protection when the season is right.
Right.
You were talking about your neighbors, all that slapping over there the other day.
Going to call the cops. Keep thinking there's some abuse going on, but they swear it's the mosquitoes.
Just the mosquitoes. Daggum, this candle doesn't even work. Yeah, they don't. They don't work at all. Not like how Pest Pro does with that. And then, of course, right now there's a lot of concerns about little critters, especially with the cold snap, trying to get inside. Squirrels, raccoons, possums, all sorts of stuff. You don't want those little critters, that wildlife making a home out of your home. You can get them out of there.
Right.
And Pest Pro Services can help you do exactly that. So you can always learn more at ppsriverregion.com. That's ppsriverregion.com. Or search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces, or just call them direct. That's 334-265-9990, 265-9990. And be sure to tell Ashley and that great team that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage.
And I'm Madeline Cannon. It's true, rates aren't as low as they have been for the past couple of years, but there are still many homeowners that could benefit from refinancing their current mortgage. There are a lot of things in life that are out of our control, but your mortgage rate is not one of them. If you currently have an adjustable rate mortgage, then you owe it to yourself to give us a call.
Adjustable rate mortgages make sense for some people in stable markets, but in this wild, ever-changing rate environment, it only makes sense to secure a fixed interest rate. A fixed interest rate will give you the peace of mind that your rate is locked. Your rate will not be subject to change with the political and economic tides.
At Alabama Home Mortgage, you can personalize your term. We offer 8-year to 30-year mortgages and everything in between. Grab your mortgage statement and give us a call.
Call Alabama Home Mortgage, the #1 mortgage lender in Alabama, today at 567-4223, or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because, folks, there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586-36A, Equal Housing Lender.
We get a lot of questions about what all we handle at Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. I'm Hannah Grantham.
And I'm Eddie Bader, and we will handle all of your real estate needs.
We handle all your buying and selling needs, from your first home, next home, land, investment property, and even commercial properties.
We do it all and have the experience that shows you what makes us different.
So when you think real estate, think Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. Look us up on Facebook or give us a call at 334-368-6358. And let us show you who you have on your sign matters.
This is Jonathan with Oswalt's Apparel and Footwear in Prattville. With all that's changed in the last decade, I really thought that radio advertising was dead, but I was wrong. We opened our store during the pandemic, and we wouldn't have been near as successful without advertising on Blue Water. Practically every day, someone comes in for the first time and tells us they heard about Oswalt's on the radio. I highly recommend advertising with Blue Water.
Our advertisers are our biggest advocates. Call us to find out how radio can increase your bottom line. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
On FM, on your smartphone, and online, the River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go to Charles the First. Hey, Charles, how you doing?
I'm good. Hey, Joey. Hey, Eddie.
How you doing, bud?
I'm going to go at this from memory of what I know about it, okay? So, Joey, you might look it up for, like, further reference, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But back in the day, years ago, Thomas Jefferson had to deal with the Islamic Barbary Coast pirates.
Yeah.
You guys kind of familiar with that?
Yeah, to the shores of Tripoli.
Yes, on the shores of Tripoli. And what happened was they had agreements with them to stop pirating, killing, getting the trade ships on the way, for getting stuff and bringing back to the States, right? But always the pirates didn't keep their word, and continuous going-ons like that occurred. And the president of one of the countries, I want to say maybe it was France, but I can't remember, set Thomas Jefferson aside and said their religious upbringing, beliefs make them, they're not going to keep their word. They're supposed to do whatever against you, and your actions you'll never have a treaty.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had to convince, I think, John Adams and some of the rest of them, but he said he actually, maybe this is in the Federalist Papers or something, okay, and you have to get the original ones because Google ones may not be, exact, but he said we could never trust them because of this, and started the United States building warships to deal with it. So,
well, and actually
that's not
Jefferson
stating that-
publicly criticized Adams for building all those new frigates, and then in the back of his mind, he's like, I'm going to use them. And he did.
Yeah, well, you get the general idea because it's been a long time since my 10th grade English.
Well, but I just love the
guys.
ironies of political power. Like Jefferson, he's his opposite is Hamilton, and Jefferson wanted the agrarian, very libertarian, even populist society. We don't need a big government. And then he does like the Louisiana Purchase. He does all sorts of stuff.
It is really crazy. But the underlying thing here is that when you know that the persons have a complete, that's what they intend to do because of that particular belief system, that's different than someone that's going to assimilate.
Yeah.
And what Tuberville is saying is actually correct. I guess you've got to be kind of tedious in the way that you properly do it so that you are doing it correctly, but you can't allow what's happening in England and other countries there to become what's happening here because we've overlooked it, just like they could not overlook the fact that the Barbary Coast pirates would not keep an agreement because of that. And that's mainly what I wanted to say. And also, guys, did you know that, did you see it where Dean Odle took off by the GOP from being a candidate?
I mean, I know Dean's going to appeal.
Are y'all aware that Amy Beth and Allison, that used to be with the Alabama Unfiltered Radio, they host the Right Side Radio up here where I live near Huntsville.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't like it. They hosted the lieutenant governor debate. Had all of them there. And I listened to them live, and they just said none of them really just stood out to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
They were a little bit critical of everyone. Of them said they may get better. Well, best I can understand from listening to them, Dean Odle didn't like it very well and called them heifers. Yeah, I did an article on it on my Charles I Duty on Core. I did a really good article. I even made a comedy song about it. But
I know Amy Beth and Allison. They're objectively not heifers.
Right.
Very beautiful women.
Right.
But like,
they even said that a heifer was a more pure cow and stuff. They really took it in a classy.
Of course they did. I'm so glad they did too.
Didn't get mad.
Yeah.
Didn't even get mad or anything.
Good.
But I thought it was ironic that just after they because nobody likes you picking on Allison and Amy Best, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right after that, the GOP decided you're not a candidate for whatever. What was the exact word they said called about him? It really fit into like actually.
No, there's a
I don't know,
bylaw
almost
like a sore loser law or something like that.
Oh, really?
Sore loser. I want to say good sportsmanship or something is what I was thinking of. But I did a really good article that y'all will get a kick out of, and I did a little song. It's like 30 seconds long. But I thought y'all would be really interested in that. Y'all might want to kid them about it when you see them, and I'll listen to them after I get through y'all's show every day.
Yeah, I need to invite them on. How you heifers doing?
Yeah,
That's how you reach out.
They will get a big kick out. I got AI to draw a picture, and it's got a globe because flat Earth, and it's got a heifer. I said heifer, but they put horns on my heifer. And I've got them sitting in a booth I got them sitting in a radio booth with a globe and a heifer behind each one of them, and they've drawn them pretty good, but I think y'all will get a kick out of it. I put it on the Hertz-Ahatchee and the Charles I, but thanks for letting me say all that, and I'm proud of Tuberville for that. But and while I'm at it, years ago I actually challenged the residency of someone in my county.
Yeah.
And the night that I did it, y'all, my windows of my house and my tire got shot out with bird shot and my dog shot.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't give up, and they had to have John Merrill come to Priceville to the JW Steakhouse, real good steak there. They have a room back there. And he told them that Charles, even though I'm only one person, does, as a Republican, get to challenge that. And they had a big meeting set up at the Decatur Country Club, and I got my suit ready, and they'd hear a little more from me. I just said, I want a power bill, a water bill, or some neighbors saying that he lives at this place that's got grown-up weeds and broke windows in it and no power. And he got out of the race then, and then they did something else that very night at the same time at 4 o'clock in the morning to my neighborhood, y'all.
Wow. Goodness gracious.
But, yeah, it's just terrible. But I worked at the pool hall for a long time in Coleman, so I ain't scared of nothing. I had to deal with them people that lost a pool game to somebody or something all the time. But anyway, thanks for letting me tell all that. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, Charles.
Appreciate it,
See you,
Charles.
buddy.
Yeah, I've only been Decatur once. Got pretty drunk watching Iron Ball.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. Pretty embarrassing photo of me just like...
Passed out?
Yeah. But like, we went over to somebody else's place just to keep the party going, and it's just me on their couch, like head back on couch, mouth agape.
Mm-hmm. Catching flies.
I'm like, they probably smelled like a trash can. Like, it just, like, embarrassing. Like, and that was me 40 pounds ago, too. It's just
Come a long way, Joey.
Yeah, well, it could always come back. Let's go to Clint. Hey, Clint, how you doing?
Good day, gentlemen.
Good day,
Been a
Clint.
while.
Yes, sir.
Hey, the coach, that was good. Americans, have you ever had to deal with Muslims? You or Eddie?
Oh, yeah, quite a bit.
I attended a Saudi royal bachelor party at impromptu one in Tuscaloosa because he was going to get married over Zoom or something, and they made us desserts. Oh, and we smoked hookah.
Oh,
It wasn't bad. No, I've never had a bad run-in, but I don't think I've had to deal with, like, Eddie living in Turkey and some of the other things you might say.
People, I mean, I can't.
People
it's
are
easy
people,
to say
but-
people. Yeah, it's easy to put the stereotype on them, and for the most part, it does generally stick. But I've met
Not
just
always.
as many good. Yeah,
Especially Saudi
Well,
royalty.
we had a deal. We had to deal with him in Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we bus drivers were all Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's 125 degrees out there, and this dude's going to stop on the road, open the door, take his little rug, and get out there and pray.
Yep.
They have a certain time they have to pray daily. And they're not good people. They're dirty. They're nasty. And they don't. They didn't really care for American soldiers.
Nope.
And this would have been, what, in the early 90s?
And before Desert Storm kicked off, and
Yeah. Yeah, though
And,
I have to say that the new leadership, new generation of royalty across the Arab Middle East, it seems they've changed things a lot. Like UAE, like Dubai, is a hotspot for all sorts of great events. Saudis tried to turn that too.
Absolutely.
So we'll see. I hold out hope that people will consider their better angels.
Yeah.
And I like what Coach said about Omar.
Me too.
Leave. Go back home.
Me too.
We don't need no Muslims in government, just like communists. We don't need them either, but they are there. And American citizens, wake up. Pay attention. We cannot let this happen, just like the coach said. So.
Well, I appreciate the call, Clint.
Yep. All right, guys. Have a great day.
You too, buddy.
Got to hit this break. Be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
From weddings and concerts to cookouts and construction sites, TT Porta Toilets has been serving Central Alabama for over 30 years. Whether you need standard portable toilets with wash stations or upscale restroom trailers for special events, the Tierce family has the right solution for every occasion. So when you're planning your next big event or project, make it easy on yourself. Call 285-5513 or visit ttportatoilet.com. TT Porta Toilets. Clean, convenient, dependable.
Ugh, time to clean out the gutters again.
But I don't want you climbing that ladder.
Time to call Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection company. Leaf Filter's trusted pros will not only clean your gutters for you, they'll realign and seal your gutters and install Leaf Filter. With Leaf Filter, you'll never have to clean out your gutters again.
Wait, never again?
Never again. Because Leaf Filter's surgical-grade stainless steel micro mesh is fine enough to block even tiny debris like pine needles and pollen, while still letting rainwater flow through. Leaf Filter works so well, it's backed by a lifetime warranty. Plus, when you go to leaffilter.com/block, you'll get a free gutter inspection and up to 30% off.
Wow. So no more climbing that ladder.
How do I sign up?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/block for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/block for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/block.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
You want your floors to scream new, fresh, and stylish. But if yours are groaning, tired, old, and outdated, you're in luck. Because at Prattville Carpet, you can revitalize your floors while you save on the best brands available with perfect and professional installation and Prattville's unbeatable lifetime warranty.
Hi, I'm Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. If you're looking for carpet, hardwood, laminate, vinyl plank, or ceramic tile, call us today for your free measurement.
Start shopping for your floors right now at PrattvilleCarpet.com.
Prattville Carpet, we're more than just carpet.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Go to work for a family that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders is looking for experienced dump truck drivers. Call them today, 855-777-9785. Drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Lines and be part of the family.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Rain moves out of the state early today. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, breezy, falling temperatures. Will be in the upper 40s, I think, by late afternoon. Mostly cloudy tonight. Another freeze, breezy, colder, low temperature down to about 28. Tomorrow will be rather cool, a sun and cloud mix, then mostly sunny later with a high temperature up to about 47. Clear, cold, 29 on Thursday night. Then a temperature rebound begins with low 60s on Friday and Saturday, sunshine. Upper 60s on Sunday, 71 on Monday with more sun. Get ready for one of the nicest weekends we've seen in 2026. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray Publix.
When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Austin Barenko with Invista Advisors. Hey, Austin, how you doing today?
Having a great day. How are y'all?
Pretty good, man.
Pretty good. I haven't played them yet, and I don't know if you've had the chance to catch it, but Scott Bessent on the Hill in front of congressional Democrats has been quite entertaining. I did not expect that when I heard confirmation hearings, but that guy... Do not try to get in a verbal sparring match or a literal one.
You're going to lose.
You're
going to lose.
You're definitely going to lose. He's the smartest guy in every room he walks in, and he's so confident. And it's straight from the hip. He doesn't have to research or think. It just comes naturally to him. I have been watching bits and pieces. I've been in and out of the office today, but I don't necessarily attribute the rebound in commodities and precious metals to him, but those have come back a little bit this week, which is a topic we talked about on Monday. But the broader markets have weakened, so it's a time to be an active trader or stock picker. If you right now are just in the S&P year to date, you're about flat. But if you're holding on to some of the more quality names, you could potentially be up already double digits on the year. And so I just, once again, highlight, if you're out there listening and you don't have, someone who's active in your corner, a year like this, when we have so much, movement in politics, at the Fed, global instability, or, us working on stability, whichever, perspective you want to look at it, this is the year to have someone active in your camp.
Absolutely. And by the way, real quick, yesterday on air, I read Elon Musk's full letter or statement talking about merging XAI and SpaceX. And, man, talk about the ambition and vision there. And of anybody on this earth, it's, I think, pretty dumb to underestimate Elon.
Yeah, it is. And, that's been a theme that you and I have talked about for probably well over a year now. And, we got the first tranche of the revaluation of SpaceX, and with Elon being kind of plastered all over the news in the last week or so, with what you're talking about, we fully expect this IPO to really ratchet up again the valuation. So if you're looking at the private company that holds a portion of SpaceX, it's up 6%, 5.4%. Looking at the chart right now, and so this news is really pushing that valuation higher, which is good for people that hold it. And like I said, Elon is connecting people. When you look back through history, the people that build the railway systems in the U.S. connected people, became wildly successful. And you look at Facebook and Zuckerberg connecting people, wildly successful. But I think Elon is a connector of people, and when you bring something like that to the world, there is value there, and we're seeing that.
Yeah, of all the weird political news out there, that one just, I feel like I'm in a sci-fi novel. Pretty crazy stuff.
He's taking us to the space age, literally. It's crazy.
Yeah. And it's also, having seen what they've already pulled off, seems doable. So it's, right. We'll definitely see. But I always appreciate your time. Real quick, let's hit Invista Advisors. Folks, if you're kind of looking for this, not just kind of looking for, if you're looking for this sort of insight and investment advice, but that's not all they do there at Invista. They also can provide, wherever you are in life, whatever your goals, financial planning from a multidisciplinary team. So just call them up. It's still 387-0094.
That's us.
Call them up, 387-0094, and be sure to say, hey, I heard you on Austin Barenko on the radio with Joey Clark. Want to see what y'all can do for me.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, Joey, and you and Eddie have a great day.
You too, man. See you, Austin.
And that's Austin Barenko with Invista Advisors.
The opinions voiced in this material are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. All performance referenced is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions expressed in this material do not necessarily reflect the views of LPL Financial. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice is offered through Invista Advisors, registered investment advisor and separate entity from LPL Financial.
Anyway, Sometimes those disclaimers are long.
Go on. Oh.
Yeah. We have Angela Shepard, I think,
That's right.
in the bullpen. She's going to be joining us soon. She's been working hard on bills to become law that will strengthen Alabama's elections.
Okay.
Especially post-election audits.
We've talked about
of the
that.
system.
We both like.
So we're going to get the latest on what's happening in this session.
All right.
Good follow-up to the conversation with Carolyn Dobson yesterday. Y'all stay tuned.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump's border czar says he's reducing the number of immigration enforcement officers in Minnesota. That's after state and local officials agreed to turn over arrested illegal immigrants. Tom Homan says about 700 federal officers will be immediately withdrawn from the operation in Minnesota. That's about 25% of the federal officers currently deployed to Minnesota. Officials in Georgia's Fulton County have asked a federal court to order the FBI to return ballots and other documents from the 2020 election that it seized last week. The move escalates a voting battle as President Trump says he wants to take over elections from Democrat-run areas with the November midterms on the horizon. The administration and some leading Republicans accusing Democrats in some municipalities of trying to cheat in the elections. On Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 25 points. This is SRN News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-242-3131. 800-242-3131.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Shinbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Shinbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Rain moves out of the state early today. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, breezy, falling temperatures. Will be in the upper 40s, I think, by late afternoon. Mostly cloudy tonight. Another freeze, breezy, colder, low temperature down to about 28. Tomorrow will be rather cool, a sun and cloud mix, then mostly sunny later with a high temperature up to about 47. Clear, cold, 29 on Thursday night. Then a temperature rebound begins with low 60s on Friday and Saturday, sunshine. Upper 60s on Sunday, 71 on Monday with more sun. Get ready for one of the nicest weekends we've seen in 2026. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Whether you're buying a home or auto or consolidating debt, CB&S Bank's personal loans get you where you need to go. Go to cbsbank.com to find a location near you or apply online today. All loans subject to credit approval, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. At least 2 suspects are in custody following a Tuesday night shooting in Montgomery. A woman was shot in the area of Upper Wetumpka Road at North Maryland Street and transported to the ER, where a second victim of the shooting arrived a short time later. Suspects were arrested later that night in the 1200 block of Coliseum Boulevard. No word yet on the condition of the victims. A local man is fighting for his life following a Tuesday afternoon shooting in Montgomery. MPD responded to Mac's Tavern on Upper Wetumpka Road shortly after 3:30, where the unidentified man was suffering from a life-threatening gunshot wound. The victim was transported to a nearby hospital in critical condition. A woman has been arrested on domestic violence and assault charges after her boyfriend was shot Saturday night. The incident happened outside the Walmart on Eastern Boulevard, where 54-year-old Parnella Barris allegedly shot her boyfriend in the leg during an argument. Barris was arrested Tuesday afternoon. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Vader's still here in the studio with me. What's up, buddy? What's up, man? You said you're feeling a little, your throat's a little sore?
It was scratchy as crap. I got one of these things that somebody left in here.
Old-fashioned wild cherries.
So you remember those cough drops that used to be like candy, but you'd eat them like candy? That's exactly what these taste like.
Sound disgusting to me.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, we have a guest here in the
we
studio. We have Angela Shepard here, returning to the program. Hey, Angela, how are you?
Good.
Pull the mic a little closer to you. Sorry about that.
I know it's good. Thank you. There we go. Yeah. Thank you again for having me again.
Yeah, and well, you're again trying to get, I think, some legislation done.
Some good legislation.
That is a lot of common sense to it. And election integrity, we just had Caroline Dobson on yesterday. She was talking about this in a lot of detail. So this is HB 95?
Yes.
Let's remind folks what you're working on.
So it's a post-election audit bill. So it would, it's not a recount. And I want people to understand that it is just to test the machines. It's not really testing the machines. It's testing the accuracy of the tabulation from the night of election.
Okay.
So you take the receipt that comes from the DS200s that your ballots go in, and then you take it up against the ballots that you have. But you're only doing one race in one precinct.
Okay.
So it's a very, 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 very minimal audit, I would say. We've actually taken it way down from where we began 3 years ago. So we just, there was definitely some issues that, that elected officials showed concerns for. And so we changed it and we took it down from what we had thought was a pretty good amount down to one county or statewide race and then one precinct. And so, and then we amended it last session in the Senate committee to take it outside of the certified time. So it would be 31 days after the election. It has to wait to start till then. Okay. And so, that was something that was very important that some of the elected officials really wanted.
Now, using a sports analogy, I guess, like any sort of athletic competition, it's almost like a random drug test.
Yes, it is. And so really the probate judges it's the canvassing board, the probate judge, the circuit clerk, and the circuit clerk and the sheriff would randomly select which race and which precinct. So it's not handpicked, and they don't know prior to, like in the pilot audit that happened in 22, those three counties, Houston, Dallas, and now I'm drawing a blank. No, it was Houston and Dallas, and I don't remember the other one. But anyway, they all knew prior to that they were going to be audited. Which mainly, most of the time when you're doing audits, you don't know what you're going to be
kind
audited.
of the whole purpose.
Yes, exactly. If you know you're going to be audited, you're
guess what? You're going to get 100.
We're going to know. We're going to have our stuff in ship shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this has already really moved through the House.
Oh yeah, it moved the first week actually. So Representative Debbie Wood carried it the last, really I say 2 sessions really because I brought it kind of to her at the end of the session of in 23. So then she carried it 24 and 25, and we made it to the Senate floor in 24, and then it got carried over the last day of session, and then we made it out of Senate committee last year, never made it to the floor. We made it to the floor. Well, we made it on the calendar. Let me back that up.
Okay.
Made it to the calendar the day that President Trump was speaking at Alabama. So, and there were some other bills ahead of
got
it.
pushed.
So, I'm like, that might have been a little bit strategic. That's okay. Whatever happens. And so then Representative Wood resigned this past July, and so Representative Joe Lovern, who actually is my state rep, has taken it. And it was, I think, the first bill on the House floor, HB 95, and it passed really quickly. And so now we are in the Senate waiting in the Finance and Taxation Committee. So just hoping that we can move it, a little faster so that we can not be waiting till the last day again or the last week. So.
Well, to me, it makes a lot of common sense. It should be done. I'll accept the current parameters. I like the even more robust, which y'all started with, but you can take what you get in politics. But we'll see. Hopefully the senators will actually move on this. And let's remind folks, because you're running for office in Lee County for county commission, right?
Yes.
So I kind of want to go back to the beginning of how did the political bug bite you? To where it's not just you're trying to, push a bill that it makes a lot of good common sense. You're now saying, you know what, I want to take on the duties and responsibilities of a county commissioner.
Well, it was really after the 2020 election. I just got to be interested in the election process. I met our election official in Lee County, and from there just was continuously trying to learn. I assumed before everybody voted on the same machines, or everybody,
right,
across the whole United States, not just in the state of Alabama. Boy, was I wrong. So anyway, just learning the process of elections, and then from there got involved in our Republican Party, our local Republican Party, and then as you know, I'm known as the ballot lady, the crazy ballot lady, even though I really kind of like to leave off the crazy. When I took my absentee ballot and made 8 photocopies of it and took it through the DS200 and proved that the machines could not decipher that it was a photocopied ballot. And that was done May of 2022. Maybe it was 22. So we are talking 4 years we are coming up.
Wow.
And nothing.
I remember
has
that
been
story,
done.
and I remember what was going on then. I couldn't believe. I thought certainly these machines are going to be smart enough.
Yeah.
And then you did it that many times, I couldn't believe. And then honestly, what ticked me off is they put you as the bad person.
Yeah, they threatened you.
That just.
Well, and I'm sitting here thinking 4 years. In 4 years, we haven't been able to do anything.
Well, you pointed out the king's got no clothes, and that just really bothered me.
And the end of that story people forget is what does the king and everybody do once the crowd turns on them? They keep walking around they're not naked.
Yep, and that's what seems to be happening.
Well, and it's just we've had some good things happen. I'm not saying that in election integrity, I would say in the state of Alabama, but I would also say that while you have that, elections are very important, and we are allowing machines and just trusting them, you know, because everybody wants to argue with me well, I've never seen anything, and I'm like, really? Do you even understand the process
Most
that
people
happens?
do not.
They do not. And, something that I have talked about or said to elected officials is I'm like, I think it would be a really great idea for you guys to come and see the process of how this really goes down. And I'm talking from the machine testing, the public machine testing, all the way through provisional counts.
I would think they would want to.
But, but if you win or you have no opposition, there's really not that. Yeah, it's just really not in them to be concerned about it because there's nothing to be concerned.
Right.
But the thing about it is people need to remember in that pilot audit, now that was a very small audit, but it did show that there was a vote flip in that gubernatorial race. Hello? But that was only out of 300 or 400 ballots. So you're saying, that's one precinct and one race. However, 67 counties, you put that up there. I don't know what you would be talking about.
Yeah, right.
So,
and they don't, and that's the other part I didn't like is they don't want us to. They want us to assume that they've got everything under control. It's just fine.
Yeah. And I do think I think they thought I would get tired of fighting this fight because it is not easy to fight. And it's not fighting. It's just trying to get them to understand why it's important. Because I do think we have some good people that want to do the right things, but at the same time, they are not willing to step out and to be that one that's going to be like, hey, maybe
they're waiting
we
on the
should,
pack.
yeah, maybe we should look into this. And that's what's been hard for me, because it has been like a lonely island. I will tell you that. And even some of our conservative movements, because of course it's not as strong as we wanted it to be. So why would we do it, or blah, blah, whatever it is that they come up with. And I'm just like, because it's better than nothing.
Right.
Yes.
And,
exactly.
You know, and if we get Caroline Dobson in there for the Secretary of State, I know that she has some great ideas moving forward, and that she wants to do an election task force, which I'm 100% behind her on. And I think she's going to be great and lead the way. And, you know, and we go from there. We get this started. We get a Secretary of State in there that truly cares about the election process, not just, you know, other things. And, you know, maybe we can, you know, maybe amend it. But for now, this is what we have.
Got to get something going.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't know that our state could handle a full-blown real. I mean,
I don't think so either.
The procedures and all of the things that it would take.
I think they got to baby step it. I really do.
Oh yeah, because you don't want it to be overwhelming either. And I want it to be done. You want it to be done right.
Yeah.
You don't want it to just be thrown out there. Okay, here's the audit. This is what we do.
Well, and I love how disproportionate it is with every election season. Your vote is your voice. It's like it's almost a sacred duty okay, how do we secure those sacred duties? You know, I hadn't seen anything. Well, how do you see a thing if you ain't been looking?
Yeah, it's exactly right. That's what Debbie used to say. If you're not looking, why would you find it? You know, you're not going to find anything if you're not looking.
I can't see anything.
Yes,
like with their hands over your eyes.
Exactly.
Like, no kidding, Senator.
I mean, I'm just showing you a video that these ballots get. Now, I'm not saying that people are doing it at precincts necessarily.
No, but it should not be even. It should have kicked it out.
Shouldn't be there to be gained.
Yes.
Right.
And then when that came to light, honestly, you should have been treated more like a hero, because. And again, it's because, hey, they knew. I'll be honest, they had to know.
Yes.
And they're like, darn it, somebody's caught us at our own game.
Yeah.
But
I
thank you for
they
doing
still don't want to do anything about it.
Of course
years
not.
Later.
But I really do thank you for doing it, because it took a citizen to do that.
Yeah.
It really did.
So we need to keep hope and praying. Maybe folks just need to call and encourage it. It's still early in the process, but hope and praying this gets through the Senate.
Yes, please.
Definitely.
And your senators are important. And again, I know it's not as strong as we would want it to be, but we do have to start somewhere.
Start somewhere.
And this is what we feel like we can move with.
Yeah.
So.
And best of luck in
Thank
the
you.
county commission race. Do you have any opposition?
I'm actually running against the incumbent.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
So yeah, this will be his. He's just finishing up his first term. So yeah, it should be an interesting race. I mean, Auburn. It's pretty much the city of Auburn, or a lot of the Auburn city part of it. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see where this leads. And,
cool.
You know, and I've gotten to meet so many great people already, and just continue to meet people in the community, because that's really what it's all about.
Right.
And so, just to be there for them, that's what I will be there to represent, is them. So,
Angela Shepard, folks. Good to see you, Angela.
thanks.
We got to be hitting a break here, but we'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
The employees of Adams Drugs would like to thank you for trusting us with your health care in 2025. We look forward to serving you and your family in 2026. You will continue to enjoy the same services such as immunizations, compounding, medication therapy management, delivery service, and wellness clinics, to name a few. Looking for that perfect gift for a loved one? Visit our Emily B. gift shop and find everything from Tyler candles to scout bags. Gift wrapping is available. If you have not visited Adams Drugs and experienced the award-winning customer service, we ask you to consider us for your prescription care in 2026. We have 12 convenient locations to serve you in the River Region. 8 in Montgomery, 1 in Wetumpka, Prattville, Millbrook, and Pine Level, Marbury. Please find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart. taking the time to listen and care.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
This is Johnny from Sinclair's from Vaughn Road. We've been in business almost 30 years.
Sinclair's East, Vaughn at Taylor.
I think if you hadn't tried us, you should give us a try. We've got a great menu, offering anything from chicken fingers, wings, salads, fajitas. At lunchtime, we do great country lunch with different vegetables and different meats every day.
Sinclair's, where you get great sandwiches and our daily meat and 3 special at lunch, to great pasta, chicken, steaks, and seafood for dinner.
Our most popular items are, we got a soup called she crab soup, which is extremely popular. We've got a bunch of pasta dishes, which people love. Mediterranean chicken is my favorite.
Sinclair's.
We do live music, light stuff on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then on Fridays and Saturdays, maybe 3-piece bands or 4-piece bands.
Come see why Sinclair's has seen lesser restaurants come and go over the years. Johnny Sullivan Sinclair's at the corner of Vaughn and Taylor. Find them on Facebook at Sinclair's East. Google search Sinclair's Restaurant. Sinclair's.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values. This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The premier place the River Region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back.
Got a question for you.
Yeah.
Check a man card on you real quick. Do you know who's playing the Super Bowl this weekend?
Broncos lost, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, no, off the top of my head, no, really.
Okay, I'll be honest. I don't either. I think it's Patriots. I think.
Yes, Patriots it is.
But I don't. I mean, I literally just thought about that. Just like, who is? I know it's this weekend. Who's playing?
Mm-hmm. I stopped caring a while ago.
Yeah, me too. But it's the Super Bowl. You know, usually like World Series, you're always, even NHL, I'm on the big games, but this one I'm,
I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, me too.
But like, it's not, to me, it's unless I have a team in it.
Yeah,
and
Bucks are going to be something, but.
Yeah, but even then, I'm just not the fan I used to be.
No, I get it. Well, I don't gamble on it like I used to, so I think that took a lot of my interest away. But I got sick of the whole when the NFL a couple years ago and the woke crap.
Especially Goodell.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell.
He is going to eat a crap sandwich, dude. Did you see he came out yesterday, too, and said, the officials, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the officials have been great lately.
Yeah?
Yeah, again, total opposite of what's really happening.
Which means they haven't been great.
Right,
Yeah,
and probably going to suck in the Super Bowl, too. Tool.
Indeed he is. Indeed he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, I'll watch, my grandfather almost every day watches PTI.
Yeah.
I'll catch a little bit of sports news.
Okay.
And, yeah, good for Kornheiser and Wilbon all these years. They still got a great report.
Yeah, they do
good little show
together,
they do.
yeah.
But, yeah, it just doesn't pull me in the same way that it once did.
Yeah, same over here. I don't know why.
And then I used to start relying on, if I had roommates, they would turn on SportsCenter
Yeah.
and stuff, and so you get it through them, and it's just me. It's like, what have you been watching? I watched some, Matt Fradd thing with a nun. Was learning, and it was actually a fun conversation. He's like, so how many people don't even know what you are and, freak out because she wears the whole habit and everything?
Oh.
And it's a lot of people
I
in
bet.
Nashville. Yeah. So, folks are like, what are you exactly? And is it Halloween? Is it?
That would be my guess. Is Halloween?
Well, yeah, that's the crap I watch. That and Kill Tony.
Kill Tony's been great.
Has
did
been
you see
great.
the Chinese girl came back? She got a second.
Yeah,
time.
she's awesome.
She's moved to Austin.
She's
I mean,
awesome.
Let's go, Joey.
Wifey material right there.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of marriages,
yes.
It's been a second since we've done a Dear Abby.
Okay, I'm down.
Dear Abby, my husband and I have been married for 15 years.
Oh, lovely.
Not a good mark?
That's a pretty good mark.
When does it start to go down? No, don't answer the question.
Before that.
My husband and I, dear Abby, have been married for 15 years. He is former military, suffers from PTSD, and has been verbally abusive and controlling since our wedding. I have always worked to support us, sometimes with 2 jobs. We have a 14-year-old son. My husband has a sister who bought a house. I picked up items for her new home and looked at his phone to double-check the address.
Ruh-roh.
Among the recent messages my husband had sent to her was one in which he told her he was in hell living with me, and he didn't give a damn about me. He also asked his sister if he could move in with her. She was fine with that. He said he would figure a way out and that there was always a way out. I am beyond devastated. I have always been supportive of him. Now this. Part of me says I should be relieved. Why does it hurt so much? Shocked. In Texas. You got any advice for the lady before I go to
Go see the divorce attorney before he does, yeah.
Yeah, make a plan.
Yeah.
Don't do it emotionally.
Don't wait.
Make a plan.
I mean, I hate it for you.
It's awful. Awful how that stuff breaks down.
A lot of
and
times.
And also, though, whenever I hear this stuff, though, I'm like, am I getting the whole
No, you're not.
story?
But a lot of times, and it's unfortunate, but it turns into a roommate situation, and that's a lot of times it's 15 years before you go, hey, wait a minute, I got a roommate now, and got to work on that.
Yeah, but sometimes you get the roommate thing works out.
Sometimes
you get to watch SportsCenter when you wouldn't have.
Sometimes it does, but I've heard a lot of people, they want something deeper than a roommate situation.
Abby says, this hurts so much because you were caught flat-footed, dear shocked. Without a clue that your husband is planning on leaving you. Be glad you know, because you haven't a moment to waste. Schedule an appointment with an attorney who can help you protect yourself from the financial assault that is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Their assets in the marriage, find out exactly what they are, and take your cues from your lawyer. I am rooting for you.
So, my advice would be go see that lawyer, but if you really want to save your marriage, go see the lawyer. You got to do some self-preservation, especially if you got kids.
Mm-hmm.
But then you go to your husband and, or maybe take a good hard look at yourself.
And I was going to move on to the next one, but it's some letter about a woman with pulmonary arterial hypertension.
Well, she got the itis.
It's getting progressively worse. And although I'm classified as physically disabled, advancements in new medications have significantly improved my condition compared to when my children were younger. My mother helps me with cleaning my apartment each week, and I truly appreciate and often need her support. She holds a key to my home for emergencies. However, during her visits when we are out, she has removed items from my apartment without my consent. I'm glad I kept reading this.
Like?
when I have mentioned this to her, she has manipulated my feelings and denied any wrongdoing.
Did she take ice cream out of the freezer, 300-pounder? If that's the case,
Despite being caught in the act several times. Am I wrong for being angry about this? Wait, she did it like right in front of you?
If she did, honestly, if you're a big girl and she took the ice cream out of the freezer and threw it away in front of you, you might want to have your feelings hurt, but also she might be looking out for you. Obviously, she's doing all this other crap for you.
Yeah, she's been removed. She has removed items from my apartment without my consent.
Be more specific on the items.
What are the items?
Pornography?
Dildos?
That's what I mean.
This is not wholesome. I'm your mother.
I went
Stop
with the
this.
ice cream first, but yeah.
I know nobody loves you, but why don't you be celibate like the rest of us? I know you got issues too. That sounds awful. What is that? Pulmonary arterial hypertension? It's a serious heart and lung illness.
She needs to stay chilled out all the time. But
I wonder what the mom's taking.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
That's what I'm going with, ice cream.
I'm going where
Little
it's
Debbie
over.
cakes.
It's over some like stupid knickknacks. Like she's collected little cat figurines, which is worse than an actual cat lady. At least
a lot
cats
worse.
are adorable, but if you've got like little cat figurines all
And
over the
talk
place,
to them?
and they're competitive about them, like she's taken, Fluffy, the one that you got when you were in 10th grade. You're like, no.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's so
Sounds
much
like-
mystery to that one.
Yeah, I mean, that sound like very unhappy people.
But Abby, like you can just have ChatGPT. You're right for feeling like your trust has been violated. It
That's
has
all
been.
Abby is ChatGPT nowadays. I don't think
Just
there's a real person
affirming, like.
there. I think there's a real person there.
Anyway, did you see the latest ChatGPT thing that all the, especially women, are doing, where it's like put in your algorithm or based on how you know me, make a picture of me?
Oh yeah.
I've had several people. I've seen it on Facebook. I've seen it on. It's like, how original?
What do you mean, how original? It was very original when it happened on Monday. By now, yes, it's not original anymore, Joey.
Yeah,
When
but
it first came out on Monday,
when I go on the Book of Faces and everybody's got this oversized head with like puppy dog eyes, I'm freaked out, man.
I don't think you liked it because you saw my abs.
You did one?
Somebody did one for me, yeah.
Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm.
You had abs?
Oh, I got some abs.
Well, now we know that ChatGPT's full of crap.
I got one ab. Ab. Yeah, I mean, that was a good thing Monday. That was funny. Every realtor, everybody did it.
Yeah,
It was a funny
everybody
thing.
did it. Everybody.
Yeah. I was going to do one for you, but after I saw mine, I knew it with you, I'd even get more carried away, so I stopped. I didn't want to do that. Greg even had one, I think.
Greg had one.
Yeah, I think Greg had one. And by the way, I'm loving his series of him riding his bicycle.
While smoking a cigarette. That is pretty
hysterical.
It's pretty great.
I'm waiting for him to have a Marlboro jersey on.
I am learning. If you like write what I at least strive for, like thoughtful pieces for my Bible study, you'll get a solid, and I love these folks, like 30, 40, sometimes more folks that
you'll
like
get that
it.
solid, yeah.
Sometimes it hit a sweet spot where it's thousands.
Okay.
But if you really want like great content, just film yourself from underneath your neck in the 10-degree weather, riding your bike, smoking a Virginia Slim.
It worked.
That's what the people
That's
want.
what we want, baby.
And I'm not even against it.
No.
I realize it's like I could keep doing this whole Bible study thing, and I probably will, but Greg Udall has me beat.
I'm telling you, I'm hooked on it. It's hysterical.
It is funny. And he's doing great, too.
I know. That's what, I mean, honestly, very proud of the fact that that's something he's been able to stick with. How long has he been riding that bike? Like 6,000, 7,000 miles?
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
I remember when somebody got him a little bell in basket.
The basket?
We still don't know who did that.
No, I'd say Rich Thomas. I've always said Rich Thomas.
You thought it was Rich?
Yeah. Greg thinks it
Sure
was
it's
me.
not Jay?
I don't think Jay's got...
Because Jay would be the one who could get away with it.
He could get away with
he
it.
wouldn't
That's a
suspect
very
Jay.
good point.
Right.
And he is awfully quiet when it comes up. I'll have to relook at that.
Anyway, let's go to line 2. You're on there. Who's this?
Simpler days.
Hey, Simpler Days.
Well, if you took old Nancy Pelosi's Neapolitan ice cream and her cordless rocket away from her, I'm sure she would. I'm sure she would get quite irritable.
I'm sure she would.
But anywho, you know you're going old school, Joey, when you go to Dear Abby and old Dr. Laura Schlesinger. She's been around for forever, and she's still doing her thing, giving out that crap advice.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like Puxatawny Phil.
Yeah.
That ain't the real Phil.
Not at all. Not at all.
I'm on to him.
Once you realize that it's become a roommate and things are going south, it's like a bad business deal. You got to take evasive action there. I mean, you got to cover the old rear end.
Yep. CYOA.
But gentlemen, it's marriage is a seesaw, and I mean you gotta keep it balanced. You got to keep it in the middle, and it's a work in progress. And all those people that say I hadn't had a fuss in 20 years, I'm proud for them. But every day you got to run the flag up the flagpole.
Yep.
Yeah, you do. Hey, can I
see which way the wind's going?
Before you get off the phone, could I present something to you and get your reaction, Simpler Days?
Certainly.
Did you see the mayor's presentation?
Oh, yes. It was so enlightening and uplifting. And
so for folks who didn't hear these numbers, here's what the mayor said. On public safety, over the past 2 years, the city recorded a 78% drop in homicides, a 40% decline in non-fatal shootings, a 57% reduction in violent crime, and a 56% decrease in nonviolent, Part 1 offenses.
Well, if you're not reporting them correctly to the state of Alabama and you're fudging the numbers, then you can manipulate them the way you want them to go. But as we know yesterday, what went down in the city of Montgomery and the night before, I mean, it's just to hear that crap. I mean, unless you've ever really worked in police work in Montgomery, and you've seen, I mean, we were averaging around 35 to 50 homicides, around 2,000, somewhere around there, and then, the numbers started edging up to around 60 to 70, and you think with the city decreasing in population that those numbers would come down accordingly.
Yep.
But that's not happening.
Now the people that left didn't want to get shot. The people that are still here got guns.
Well, and I just got to ask, do you have my mind or our studio bugged? Because literally what I've been thinking when I saw this and talking to Eddie off air about it, you said it all. Seriously.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I work down there, and I know that they manipulate reports. I mean, it's been going on forever. Like they'd put the state AI report used to have a place for 2 places for 2 offenses, and then you'd put the higher offense on top and the lower offense, like a burglary of a vehicle, and then the theft of the inside. You have a burglary and a theft or whatever. But then they started saying, well, you know what, we can manipulate that, and we'll put the lower charge on the back of the report. We're still putting it on the report, but it's in the narrative, and it won't be tallied. And that's how they can, or a robbery of a pizza driver, we won't categorize that as a robbery of a person because they stole the pizza. We'll categorize that as a strong-arm theft or theft. And that's how you can manipulate the stats, and that's why you really got to be careful when you hear those numbers because they can be manipulated.
Indeed. Well, I'm glad we're all on the same page.
Yep.
Have a good day, gentlemen.
Appreciate
See you Simpler Days.
Yeah, that was my first thought is like, why are we accepting a much higher baseline and you're basing this stat based off your peak year? Like, why is the baseline up with a declining population? Number
Shouldn't
one.
be, right?
And then you brought up the whole reporting thing, which I've had plenty of folks explain to me how that can be fudged.
It's just bothersome that it is. And what's really bothersome is you're cheating and you're still failing. I mean, damn, man, if you're cheating and you're failing, that's just 2 fails.
Now, the mayor also talked about their emergency response, which day after, even though I had a tree fall in my house, like, I gave him kudos. Well, the city did a pretty great job clearing things up.
I will say that I've seen debris, but it's all in piles by the curb waiting to get picked up and things like that. So yeah,
I'll give credit where credit's due. It's just like I think the problem with enforcement against crime is not necessarily a numbers game or a statistical argument.
Yeah, but
it's more qualitative than quantitative.
We can twist those numbers, Joey. I mean, I thought we had the same amount of murders this year as we did last year, so I don't understand how that number now is 70-something% less.
Well, you gotta pick a year to start.
Let's just compare the last 2.
When you start the clock.
Last 2.
Yeah, no, he's saying over the last 2.
No, then that math don't math.
So it would have been the third, the 3 back, and then the last 2, even though they're the same.
That's just picking. That's picking and choosing. That's not a true average.
Lies, damn lies, and statistics.
Yep.
And, we do this a lot as Americans. Like, it is funny. I'm watching a Trump press conference with my grandfather, and Trump's like, it's down 500%. And my grandfather's like, that's impossible. Like, he's probably doing it based off a benchmark of expected outcomes. Like, we expected this much if the trajectory had kept going of this many border crossings.
500%.
Yeah, but it's my grandfather's like, you can't go below 0.
In a year. Well, actually, you can because we're deporting from here, going back there, doesn't it?
Yeah, the whole net migration. No, but it's just like, whatever sounds good, right?
Dude, I hate, even in our business, in every business, you're not going to tell some will, but you're not going to tell the sad story. You're going to say, hey, man, we're moving ahead. Yeah, things are challenging, but we found our way out. We're forging ahead, yeah.
Putting forward the good foot.
Yeah, most of the time you're just praying, going, God, please let me get it right. Let's get one right, man. Come on.
Now, I do like the folks to be like, yeah, we kind of suck. And they're just honest about it. Helps.
It does help. But, not many people want to hire you, and you go, well, yeah, I kind of suck at it. Every once in a while, though, a blind squirrel finds a nut, and that might be me this time. No, nobody wants to hear that.
Also, I'm not the correct barometer because I'm just at home reading the Bible. I'm not saying I'm a good Christian or anything. I'm saying I'm studying, with all the, look at the nightlife we've got going on now, and all this and this and that. And I'm like, I'm an old man. I don't need any of this.
Yeah, but okay. I mean, you can kind of mock yourself a little bit for that, but at the same time, are you smart by not going out? I mean, I'm not being ugly, but what's there good out there?
There's some drinking, and then there's some
ladying.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
usually the drinking and the ladying ain't the most high quality. And given the amount of gonorrhea in this town.
Oh, man, we still got that, don't we?
We do. Or
instead of doing the gun buyback, why don't they give everybody a free gonorrhea shot?
Well, luckily that is treatable.
If you go to the doctor, yeah. Obviously, someone's not going. Obviously, Joey.
Yeah. Somebody ain't going.
Right.
Yeah. Or one time you go out, you get drunk, you have a one-night stand, and not only you judge before God, you don't get gonorrhea, you don't get the clap,
no.
You don't get chlamydia, you get syphilis, and you don't even notice it until you find that sore, and you're like, oh no,
you're done.
I guess I should write a book of philosophy.
Ooh, what do you do at that point?
I don't know. Hopefully, modern medicine is advanced to a certain degree. Anyway. Just, I'm not feeling the vibe here in town.
Yeah.
Maybe it's me. I'm not feeling the vibes.
I know. I've a lot of people younger than you that I deal with quite a bit, young realtors, they go out till 7, 8 o'clock. Then they're home.
Really?
And they're like, dude, because this town, something's going to bust loose in this town. I don't want to be part of it. Yep. And they're just like you and I. They'll occasionally go out, for a nightcap or something. But most part,
I did too much of that.
Yeah. Most part, the responsible folks are going home, and not because they don't want to be necessarily irresponsible. They just don't want to be caught up in something.
Yeah. When I was young, dumb, and full of ideas, I would just drown my sorrows. And
most of us did.
Wait for the click to go off in my head. And I knew what I was doing. Never really was a physical dependency. It was more tired about tonight.
But also, when I was younger and could play in the town and go to the bar scene. I didn't have to worry about getting shot all the time. It was very rare did someone actually have a gun in the parking lot. There was fights, but yeah. And I think, again, you got disposable income, but I'd rather sit at home where I know I'm going to get shot. You know, have the food come to me.
I mean, like, we could just, one random, like, Friday night, or Friday's not great for you. Most days aren't great for you. But, like, we should go over to old Cookerdale and...
Oh, yeah. I was just through there today.
See what the cat's meow is.
I love that. I love that section of town.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
I really do. If this were Birmingham, that would not be surrounded by the fringes at all. And that's the thing with Cloverdale. It goes as the economy goes good, it expands, but when the economy goes bad, it kind of withdraws. It never keeps expanding.
No, and I, going downtown around all the state government buildings, I'm like, oh, this place is wretched. Just the architecture.
Okay.
Like feeling surrounded by. I'm like, my God. To Montgomery's credit, the downtown riverfront, I think, does look great. And the hotel's expanding is great. Again, I give credit where credit's due. There has been expansion with the tourism and the hotels and all sorts of stuff.
State architecture just reminds me, I'm sorry, but Soviet era depression.
Yeah, like brutalism.
It's just straight concrete.
Mm-hmm. You are a cog in the machine, comrade.
That's all I felt like when I see that. It's just like, geez.
Right. And then you go down like Atlanta Highway or some of the areas, or the bypass, Eastern Boulevard, or some of the areas, and it's just strip malls.
Yeah.
And there doesn't seem to be much incentive to upkeep a lot of this.
A lot of them, there's not. It looks like the businesses running a business for 5-10 years, instead of redoing what they got, they go down to a newer location up the road that's a new building.
Yeah, and you could say this is a problem with all of America, and you're probably right.
Yeah.
And
well, you got to go where the business is at. Mm-hmm. Just like with East Chase, people went out there from downtown and even from Eastdale Mall. They honestly made the right decision.
No, but seriously, like if I go to Publix on Atlanta Highway, then I find myself in Pike Road, and I go to Publix and Pike Road, and I'm like, like especially that new little strip mall that's newer, they put it right across the Publix on Atlanta Highway.
Yeah.
You literally have the same exact stores next to the Publix and Pike Road. I'm like, is this hell?
No, that's how the business model works, man. It works in one, it's going to work in the other.
Can't we have like unique things in communities?
This is America. And plus, I noticed that here in, especially Montgomery, we are a franchise town. You don't have a whole lot of original
all the old classic
stuff.
restaurants shut down.
Again, franchise town.
Yeah, it is a franchise town. And
And it's
people stick to
sad.
their franchises,
But I will say, and I've seen it post-COVID, more locally black-owned restaurants have opened up, which
That's
is good. And some of them are just fabulous. But again, in Montgomery, it's after 7 o'clock, dude, you're kind of in the danger zone. 7:30, and you go downtown 7:30. It's vacant.
Yeah, it's been a while since I'll go down there and eat a meal
spring and summer
fairly
we'll have
early.
ball season, so there'll be a little crowd down there. But around those state buildings at night, baseball.
Oh, baseball season.
What do you think?
I thought you were talking about like the balls where they wear the stupid little hood stuff.
No.
Like the costumes.
No.
And
No,
like the masks.
I got one of those Saturday
And
night.
they go.
You want to go to the ball instead of me Saturday night, John?
No, I don't. You're going to a ball.
Can't wait. I'm excited.
You unlucky bastard. You're going. Why did you get a tux?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get a clip on, or did you learn how to tie a bow tie?
No, I told the lady that I rented the tux, which that's a whole nother story. But anyway, I said, look, I rented a tux, so obviously I don't know how to tie a bow tie. So I'll be coming back here for you to tie this tie. She laughed at me. We give you clip-ons, honey. You'll be fine. Thank you.
They're fine, but I do like a properly tied one. There's a certain. It looks better.
Me and this 90-year-old man had that same conversation there. He's like, I refer him. I was like, yeah, well, you're old school, so.
No, it does take a second to learn.
Yeah.
It is not exactly intuitive.
I still cheat tying a regular tie.
Oh, yeah?
I don't tie it the old.
Yeah, but look at you. Look at me. What are we even doing?
I used to have to wear ties every day.
Oh, really?
This is the most dumbest job I ever had to wear a tie at. But I used to manage a disc jockey record store. We had to wear ties there. I know it was the 90s, but we were at a record store.
Which store?
It was called Disc Jockey. That was literally the
Disc
name of it.
Jockey. Where
yeah,
was
they became. This is in South Carolina. They
okay.
I think they became Camelot or somebody else. All Things Music, something like that.
No,
we had to wear a tie.
Talk about a memory I hadn't tapped into in a while, where there used to be proper music shops.
Yeah, man.
And there's still some vinyl record stores that are holding on, and God love you folks.
Holding on, barely, but they're holding on.
There used to be, proper, like, and you can go just
and
chat
talk about
with
music.
all the weirdos who are just as weird as you about music.
I loved it, man. We'd have people come in, and, we work at a record store. But people come in, you get them talking about music, and you'd sit there and go, I'm getting paid to talk about music. And you can say, hey, you want to hear that? We'll go open it up, play it. Seal it back up.
What's the rom-com that's actually good? High Fidelity.
That's a great one.
Yeah, and that's that era. Yeah. And, like, it doesn't exist anymore.
No.
Which is a shame.
No. Yeah, I mean, that whole world is gone. I went to buy a turntable. You got a turntable?
I hadn't used it in a while.
I went to buy one. I bought some albums the other day. So I went to buy a turntable. Cheapest one I could find here in town. Look, it was like $300.
Oh, yeah, man.
I found one on Walmart.
Well, careful. The cheap ones they will tear up your records.
Well, these are cutouts, so I know they're older albums, but they're not.
Okay.
They've been reproduced.
Anyway, we got to hit a break here.
All right.
We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson with the Real Estate Minute. Many of the real estate laws have changed recently, and you need to know how this might affect you as a seller or a buyer. As an agent of the seller, the agent owes undivided loyalty and full confidentiality to the seller. The listing agent can recommend repair services and vendors, pricing guidelines, tips to help get your house in selling shape, and negotiate offers and counteroffers for your benefit. A facilitator, which is the new term, cannot suggest a price or counter or recommend anything. They offer very limited services. A buyer agent solely represents a buyer's interest and can recommend mortgage lenders, down payment alternatives, and can suggest an offer price and write an offer. Whether you are selling or buying, you need someone in your corner that's trained to represent their clients. After training over 15,000 agents throughout the state and help create and close thousands of home sales over 4 decades, get the straight information from Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector.
That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig?
No, but it looks like you do.
And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich?
What's that?
I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man.
You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist?
That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE.
You know, I've heard a lot of good things about David Ernest.
You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience.
Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold.
That's right, man.
And I can see that you don't have very much experience.
What do you mean, man?
Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach.
Yeah, man. Well, I want to start out small and kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich.
Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first.
You think he's got a shovel?
Never know till you ask.
I dig, man.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Well, hi, everybody. Rain moves out of the state early today. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, breezy, falling temperatures. Will be in the upper 40s, I think, by late afternoon. Mostly cloudy tonight. Another freeze, breezy, colder, low temperature down to about 28. Tomorrow will be rather cool, a sun and cloud mix, then mostly sunny later with a high temperature up to about 47. Clear, cold, 29 on Thursday night. Then a temperature rebound begins with low 60s on Friday and Saturday, sunshine. Upper 60s on Sunday, 71 on Monday with more sun. Get ready for one of the nicest weekends we've seen in 2026. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Oh, the conversations we have off air.
I've been meaning to tell you something.
Yeah?
You know, we had that really cold weather here.
Yeah.
So I talked to my buddy Marvin in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was wearing hoodies and stuff the other day because it was 68 degrees.
Oh, my.
Dude, they showed like kids going to school and they all wear uniforms. It's a really cute thing. But anyway, you'd see 3 girls in a row and they're sharing a blanket. And I go, Marvin, how cold is it? He goes, right now it's 68. Like what? Half the people walking down the street got blankets and stuff on.
Right now it feels great outside.
To me, yeah. But
a little overcast and dreary, but
they don't, I guess, I mean, I never thought about it. Of course, they usually have just island weather, but 68 was like shivering. I mean, the whole country is shivering.
Now, you still, on occasion, send the folks over there to Alabama Home Mortgage?
On the regular.
On the regular?
On the regular, Joey.
Because they're just that good.
Yep.
And Madeline Cannon, Kim Williams, Kim and Madeline, they are ready to help
the dream
you
team, man.
out. It could be you're looking to buy that home.
Yep.
Do not make the mistake of being like, well, I got on Zillow and I looked at this one. And then you drive by the place and you go, oh, look, the for sale sign and all this stuff. And maybe even call the realtor that's on there. And then everybody figures out, like, oh, you're not pre-approved.
I hate saying it, but what we call them is they're dreamers.
Dreamers.
They're dreamers.
Yeah, it's a big mistake because what's going to happen is people are going to ignore you or not take you seriously. Then you're going to have to start from square one, go get it pre-approved, and guess what? That house you love, somebody else probably loves it too.
Snatch it up, yep.
And so go ahead, work with Alabama Home Mortgage. It all starts with that pre-approval process. They make it quick and easy.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
put it that way.
Dude, you can do it. 99% of it we've done by telephone.
There you go. There you go.
It's been great.
But just don't skip that step.
No.
And then with every step of the way, all the way to closing day, they can help you out there at Alabama Home Mortgage. What are we talking about? Inspections, appraisals?
Some of the biggest things, especially with VA, because they know all the VA rules. With VA, you've got a little bit more checks and things are going to go through, especially on the condition of the home, which is great because they're looking out for veterans. Well, a lot of realtors and a lot of mortgage companies aren't familiar with that, so they kind of stray people away from VA loan. That's the craziest thing you can do. That's why I love Madeline. They'll bring them into a VA loan. They help them save money, and they get them in a house. We got one closed within 2 weeks before the VA loan.
Awesome. Folks, again, whether you're looking to buy here in this new year or refinance, and especially you veterans, start the conversation with Alabama Home Mortgage today at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can always apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender. So, I mean, there's stuff in the news we could get to. Josh Hawley raking the CEO, the chief executive of Netflix over the coals.
Why? Because they keep raising rates?
No, because they just did that. Who did they just buy all that from? Like Warner Brothers? Or they bought some huge library, and they're doing this merger.
Oh, boy.
And so they'll have essentially a huge monopoly on all content.
all.
And so Josh Hawley's like, I can't let my kids watch anything on your programming until I watch it because y'all keep pushing this transgender crap.
They do on every frickin' thing.
Yeah.
Everything, Joey. I mean, there's some movies you could see where they rewrote the film to work this character in.
Yes. And it's like, who? And given the story covered this week, the detransitioner, who at 16, they removed her breasts to affirm her gender dysphoria. And she is, she sued and won $2 million against the plastic surgeon and the psychiatrist who did that to her. And I think it's only the beginning.
It's only the beginning. We are a very sue-happy society, so look out.
And it's not like you can just sue every influencer who's ever expressed an idea, whatever. But you got to wonder, when did that 16-year-old girl, maybe when she's 14, what age did she get that idea in her head and how? Who pushed that? Because it was very much a social contagion.
Yeah.
I can't speak the details, but I've seen it on a personal basis, especially with young girls.
Mm-hmm.
Come home and say, oh, Mom, Dad, I'm trans. Now, often, there are people that just don't freak out, love their kid, and you realize, it's just
it's a small phase they're going through.
Yes.
However, if you encourage, you could be whatever you want to be, a cat today,
and especially the younger, the worse it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think you're going to start to see a lot of pushback, and so Josh Hawley's doing that against Netflix. Speaker Johnson's responding to the Roman Catholic Pope. Pope Leo's like, hey, in Matthew it talks about, loving the stranger and like inviting the stranger in. And Speaker Johnson's like, yeah, but Romans 13 about the just civil authority. And so but Mike Johnson really goes, really, you want me to do a theological answer on this one? Yeah, kind of. The reporter must have been a Catholic or a religious reporter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he takes the Bible study. I actually think he defends the policy fairly well. Tom Homan has an update in Minnesota.
So they're getting somebody out of Minnesota again.
Besant was up on the hill having a grand old time.
Besant.
Yeah,
I saw a video last night with him. And he was walking and burning is what he was doing.
And we have also, it's not just a great line from Donald Trump yesterday when he was signing that bill to fully open the government and stuff. And there's like Senator Brett right over his shoulder. Yep. There's Barraza right next to her. But off camera is Lindsey Graham. And it just makes me think, like, Besant, out and proud lion. Lindsey Graham, little worm. And he just is that way.
Yeah.
Like, I'll kiss whatever butt.
That's right. Whatever way the wind's blowing.
And it's just Trump in my mind. Like, Lindsey puts on this great performance, like, when have y'all ever talked about Laken Riley? And he points at Senator Brett. When have y'all ever asked, lambasting the press? And he's great at it. Lindsey is a great performer. But there's this moment with Trump where he asks Lindsey direct, Lindsey, what do you think of that? And Lindsey's response, let's just say it's amazing how Trump responds to Lindsey's response.
Okay.
We'll get into all of that. We got to hit this top of the hour break. Be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, says the number of immigration enforcement officers will be reduced in Minneapolis. Tom Homan says a reduction was made possible by state and local officials agreeing to turn over arrested illegals directly to ICE agents. That means the need for fewer patrols on the streets as they try to carry out the president's mandate to round up and deport illegals who've committed crimes inside the United States. Fulton County, Georgia has filed a federal court motion. They're looking to retrieve documents from the 2020 election. Those very documents and some ballots were seized just last week by the FBI as the administration looks into potential voter fraud in the 2020 election in that Democrat-controlled county. On Wall Street right now, it's a mixed bag. The Dow is up 102 points. The NASDAQ down 367. The S&P 500 down 35 points. This is SRN News.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln. by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Shinbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Shinbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather. Well, hi, everybody. Rain moves out of the state early today. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, breezy, falling temperatures. Will be in the upper 40s, I think, by late afternoon. Mostly cloudy tonight. Another freeze, breezy, colder, low temperature down to about 28. Tomorrow will be rather cool, a sun and cloud mix, then mostly sunny later with a high temperature up to about 47. Clear, cold, 29 on Thursday night. Then a temperature rebound begins with low 60s on Friday and Saturday, sunshine. Upper 60s on Sunday, 71 on Monday with more sun. Get ready for one of the nicest weekends we've seen in 2026. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
1819 News.
A Republican primary candidate who is running in the Alabama governor's race is not letting go of a residency challenge to one of his primary opponents, who is Tommy Tuberville. Ken McPheeters says he will pursue legal action to challenge Tuberville's residency here in Alabama, which would affect his eligibility to run in the governor's race. The challenge from McPheeters was first put before the Alabama Republican Party Steering Committee, but that steering committee met this past weekend and voted unanimously to reject the challenge and not proceed any further with it. Tuberville's campaign presented evidence to the steering committee regarding Tuberville's purchase of a home in Auburn in 2017 and his registering to vote in 2019, as well as getting a driver's license. McPheeters is contending that Tuberville's second home in Florida is actually his primary residence, and he wants Tuberville to provide travel records, tax filings, and other statements to prove his residency here in Alabama. McPheeters says that the ALGOP's decision to not look further into this issue sets a dangerous precedent for future races in the state. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Some of the greatest blessings is just having people that care about you, to have someone that's just going to love you and make you feel important. They encourage you to be in church. They encourage you to be in prayer. They encourage you to be in your Bible. Now it's a part of my day every day. My house parents planted seeds in me that you can see where those seeds have sprouted in my life and helped change my life.
Big Oak Ranch, a Christian home for children needing a chance.
The police chief of Collinsville has resigned from that position. Stephen Malone has made the decision after he was arrested this past weekend in Nashville, Tennessee, for aggravated assault and strangulation. This involved a woman he was dating in that city. Investigators say that a verbal argument over accusations of cheating led to the violence against the female victim. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
This is Jennifer Pestruccelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. We're home to 7 radio stations at a rapidly expanding digital marketing platform, and we're looking for our next great sales professional. At Blue Water, you'll build customized campaigns that include radio and targeted digital marketing solutions. You'll prospect new clients, manage your own accounts, and work in a fast-paced, creative environment. Media or digital sales experience is a plus. Send your resume to jobs@bluewaterbroadcasting.com. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Welcome back. Don't mention Celine Dion, by the way.
Try not to.
No, but did you see like that awful, sad video or something? Like she's not doing well.
No, I know she's not doing well. Yeah. I gotta be honest. If I ever become famous, or it ain't gonna happen, but anyway, if I was famous like that, once I got so old, I would just disappear. Just kind of go away. Yeah, I don't want nobody seeing me kind of like a Gene Hackman kind of deal. You know? I don't want nobody see me like that.
But like Rickles was great until old age.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks.
Now there are a few. There's no doubt there are a few. Mel Brooks was the best.
Well, right now we've got little old Jewish guys, but like, which there's a lot of comedy there.
Yeah.
Admittedly.
Yeah. Oh, 1,000%.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking of the Gilbert Gottfried joke now.
Ah, Miss Gilbert.
I can tell you how old you are.
Count the lines, Joey.
No, I can't tell that joke on air. It's such a good joke, though.
Yep.
Because it's funnier the dirtier you make it. Because the punchline is just it's a wholesome dad joke right there.
100%.
So, Scott Bessent.
Yeah, man.
Treasury Secretary. He was in front of the Congress this morning, and guess who he had to deal with? Maxine Waters and a bunch of other folks. But
Predator.
Here's just a little taste of
Predator.
Bessent taking on Maxine Waters.
So, and on housing or affordability and putting the economy at risk. Yes or no? You don't have to explain.
Representative Waters,
will you be the voice? 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 Will you be the voice?
Will you be the voice?
Will you be the voice?
A study from Wharton University.
Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time.
Was a mass unfettered immigration.
Mr. Chair, will you let him know that when I asked
time does belong to the housing stock. 10 and 20 million immigrants took up the housing stock of working Americans, and can you maintain some level of dignity? Gentleman's time.
No, she can't.
And can you maintain some level of dignity?
No, she can't.
And there was a lot of that in today's political theater. A lot of like, I only want yes or no answers to these questions.
I didn't bring you up here. It's for you to tell me how we're going to conduct this investigation.
Mm-hmm.
I have never understood that. You're called before Congress. To me, that's kind of like going to the principal's office. I'm not going to dictate how it goes. I'm kind of called on the carpet. I've kind of got to take my licks if that's so.
Yeah, they're all like, yes or no, sir. Not reclaiming my time. That's like,
bring back the rotten fruit stages where you get to throw it at them.
No, seriously, Jerry Springer was ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Now here's another shot. Bessent. Who is this that he's talking to? Representative Beatty? Anyway. Another Democrat on, I guess, the Finance Committee there in the House. Let's listen into this exchange.
Of appropriated funds, Treasury will be
Is this going to be a yes or no?
Program award.
Mr. Secretary. No. I'm going to abide by the chairman's rules, but I have some rules.
Oh, I got my own rules.
Yes or no. And then if you say yes, you may continue to give that support. A no, then you tell me why not. And now we need to be clear. Yes, let's start with the yes or no. I'm trying to be respectful But you're not gonna do what you want to do on my time. Yes or no, or you can say I'm not gonna answer it. Now move on.
Number 3.
Okay, so let the record show that he refuses to answer a question. No, we're not going to do that, Joey. We are not going to do that with me.
Ask it. It's the gentlewoman's time from Ohio.
Now, you opted for number 3, so you get to hear my wrath that you refuse to answer a question under your authority and what this administration.
I'll just pick up my phone like I got a phone call.
About the value of housing. And you're not releasing the funds, and I want the record to be clear on that. So let me move on. Mr. Secretary, I've asked you, as your predecessors, Democrats or Republican, Jack Lew,
So that's just a little bit of what happened. I got a few more where they're just crosstalk and yelling at each other, and you must answer yes or no to my leading questions. And yes, Republicans do this too. They all do this frickin' crap. Anyway. Bessent holds his own in a lot of these moments, though.
He's going to.
Yes.
Dude, the IQ that he's got compared to these morons.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Like, he's literally the guy that helped Soros break the Bank of England. With what? Druckenmiller?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you're going to answer yes or no.
And it's not like, oh, he was just around. He's the guy who did the math. He went into, I believe it was the change in interest rates on the mortgage market there in England. And was like, delve into it and realized, I think we got this trade. So, and he's been a very successful fella for a long time in that regard.
But if you're him, is it not at some point you feel like it's just beneath you to talk to these morons?
That's what that clip struck me as, especially seeing him in his body language. He's like, yeah, number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to yell at me? Go ahead.
Yeah, and I get that way too. Just like, all right.
Number 3. Now, Trump yesterday, while he's in the Oval Office. Just to give a little more context to this, though, the question he's about to be asked is about the Clintons being deposed to talk about Jeffrey Epstein.
They're coming.
But earlier in this like whole exchange, I don't have this clip available, but I'll just pantomime it, ventriloquize it.
Okay.
Lindsey Graham was given the floor. And Lindsey's not even, Trump, the scene is the Oval Office. Trump's sitting behind the desk.
Okay.
Like over his right shoulder is Barrasso and Katie Britt.
Okay.
And then a few other white guys. And off camera, not behind the desk, like to the side, in the shadows of the Oval Office, is Lindsey Graham.
Okay.
And all of a sudden you see Lindsey enter the frame, and he's dressing down the press corps. It's like, you ask all these questions about ICE and all sorts of things. When did you ask about Lake and Riley?
Okay.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he pointed at Katie, and you see Barrasso go, wait, who's next to me? Why did he point at me? Why is Lindsey pointing at me and saying Lake and Riley? So Lindsey's already worked up, and he's kind of like, he's not part of the official signing, but he's there in the Oval, being Trump's #1 fan.
Yeah.
And like in part of that speech, dressing down the press is like, he's doing so awesome. He's doing so wonderful. And y'all just ask all these stupid questions. What about Lake and Riley? It's like classic. He's good at it.
Yeah,
talk about the political theater.
They just become actors and actresses.
So this is about a 2.5-minute clip, and I'm doing the full clip on purpose because you get to see the whole like sense of how Trump was carrying himself with the Epstein thing at this point.
All right.
And then you get the cherry on top at the end. Remember, Lindsey Graham is in the room. So let's listen in together.
Today we heard that the Clintons set deposition dates to testify before the House Oversight Committee. Any reaction to that related to asking questions?
I think it's a shame, to be honest.
Thinks it's a shame.
I always liked him. Her, yeah. She was a very capable woman. She was better in debating than some of the other people, I will tell you that. She was smart woman. I hate to see it in many ways. I hate to see it, but, then I look at me. They went after me like, they wanted me to go to jail for the rest of my life.
Yep.
Then it turned out I was innocent, very innocent. I had a friend that said, a very smart friend, he's a very wealthy man, knows the life, streetwise guy. He said, you have to be the most honest person anywhere in the world because there's never been anybody who's been examined up and down. I have hundreds of thousands of pages of documents, millions of pages, With all of that, they found absolutely nothing wrong. Remember, his tax returns, his tax returns, they fought for years and years. And then the Supreme Court, I was surprised, they ruled I had to give my tax returns. I'm the only one that had to ever do it.
Ever had to do that? That's just
I had to
him.
give my tax returns. I gave my tax returns. They hired the best accounting firms in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They found nothing. And this friend of mine said, you have to be the most honest person in the world. He actually said, you know, me referring to him, I'm a pretty honest guy, but I could have never withstood that. They've gone through millions and millions of pages, and here I sit winning an election in a landslide, winning the popular vote, winning all 7 swing states, winning 86% of the counties in the United States. That's why those maps that you see are all red. And so they tried to put me in jail. And I shouldn't feel this way, but I feel badly that they have to go through that. But then I say, but they did far worse than me. They wanted to put me in jail. Think of it. I was a very good president. We had a great first term. Rebuilt the military, biggest tax cuts ever, biggest regulation cuts ever.
So now he's going to like, our first term was great, but get ready for our second term. And remember, Lindsay is off camera in the room.
But, you know, I will say this. I think I can say, what do you think, Lindsay? My second term is blowing my first term away. And my first term was really good.
Reagan plus.
Reagan plus, yeah. Well, whatever.
Reagan plus?
Yeah, and you see,
whatever.
Trump heard Lindsay's answer. Reagan plus, well, whatever.
Not impressed.
Shut up, Lindsay.
What's the best you got? That's why he's not on the stage.
We'll go golfing later.
Right.
Pats him on the head.
Mm.
Goodness gracious.
But it's, and maybe it's just me. No, it ain't just me. I've heard other people say it. Trump is, again, he is a little bit of an older gentleman, but he won't get off some of the same.
Oh, yeah. He's not going to change, though, man.
I don't expect him to change, but you know, and I probably do it too. I'm an old man. You start repeating yourself sometimes.
Oh, I definitely do that, and I'm not even that old.
Right. So
I'm old in spirit.
But when you catch that, and I've caught it a few times, I know with him it's more of a old man spiteful thing. He's angry and he wants to get it taken care of, and I get it. But good God, man, let it go. Let something go.
Whatever. This part of the program brought to you by Cohen's Electronics and Appliances. Michael's busy today.
Yes, he is, man.
So we didn't do our normal phone call. But they're at Cohen's. They're ready to help you across the board with the electronic side of the house. Maybe you need some new audio fixtures.
Yep.
Like kick-butt sound bar, or you want full-on surround sound.
That's what I'm looking at, Joey, some full-on surround sound.
So you're fully immersed in that great movie.
Well, let's say I've got some stereo going outside by the lake. Mm-hmm. Well, it's up in the house, so I would like to have some speakers put in the yard, wireless, if I could. But we've talked about this before. These are things that can be done. So if you've got a pool, you know, but your I hate to say your tape deck. God, I sound so old. But your tape deck's in the house,
right.
And you want that loudspeaker sound, though. You can get outdoor speakers through them, and they can come put them up, install them.
And they can even, you want to keep growing that outdoor area, get an outdoor TV.
Oh, definitely.
Or it could be you want to build a home theater. They got 115-inch TVs now.
That's a TV, dude.
I got TV envy again.
Yeah, I can see why.
And then, of course, on the appliance side of the house, new washer dryer unit, new fridge. Could be you want to just build out a kitchen from scratch.
That's a good idea because you can go there with your plans, take your plan, see Michael, and he can show you how everything's going to fit into place.
So y'all check out Cohen's Electronics and Appliances today. You can always go to thinkcohens.com, but I say stop by. 2515 Eastern Boulevard here in Montgomery. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 on Saturdays. And be sure to find Michael or one of those great team members and say, hey, Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio were talking about you.
Do it while you're sitting in a massage chair.
Let's go to Papa B.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Papa B, how you doing?
Hey, guys. So, you know, look at these characters every day. Does it look, I mean, I'm sure I'm the only one, but it looks like maybe you're reading a comic book. You know, these personality lenses right there. And Maxine Wanda.
Reagan plus.
Reagan plus.
Oh, shut
Reagan
up,
plus. What? Shut up, Lindsay. I mean, good night. And you're not coming up with something better, if you can't think of something better than that, then just shut
That's
up.
why he wasn't on the stage.
That's why he doesn't belong on the stage.
Yep.
I mean,
Y'all wouldn't even say Lake and Riley.
yeah, right. And I mean, Maxine Waters, I thought she was out. I didn't know she was there. If you want to look up the term angry black woman in the dictionary, there
it is, right there.
You have to work hard to contort your face permanently into that angry look.
No doubt.
That doesn't happen by just natural happenstance. You have to work at that one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's too. It looks like, we're looking at like these comic book heroes or villains or just regular or whatever they are. And, and they are comical in so many ways. Anyway, I don't know why. In fact, there was some guy I heard about years ago that had actually started making like this comic book, this weekly comic book out of, all the, Washington characters.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember what happened to that, but I thought it was a pretty cool idea. The reason I'm calling, though, is this Billie Eilish.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
This abomination. Is it a he, she, or she, he?
I always thought it was a she.
She's a woman.
Okay.
She's
I
a
mean,
woman.
it's not a pretty one, but I always thought it was a she.
It's okay. So it's a girl
Dressed as a girl.
Is dressed in whatever.
Yeah, dressing all like
goth. Is that?
Well, you were teaching me this earlier, covering those things up.
Oh, Joey.
Seriously.
Let me tell you something. How bad off are you if you're not even grateful a little bit for the success, monetary and everything else wise, that this country has brought to you? And you just hate this country. You hate it so bad that you want to destroy it. This is psychopathic right here. And all of the folks that little whatever it was, what awards was it? I mean, I didn't watch it. I just thought
Grammys.
Scammies.
The Grammys. And who watches it anymore?
Nobody. But did you see, Papa, that Billie Eilish, she came out and said about stolen land in America?
Yeah, nobody's illegal on stolen land.
You know, the land that she lives on, that her house is built on, is actually stolen Indian land, and that particular tribe has reached out to her several times and got no answer.
That's where I was headed with all of this. This whole subject came up years ago, Joey. You might even remember it. But now the late Bob Gambakurta.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he was all onto this. Atrociously, the Indians were treated, and you're not going to get me to argue about that. They were treated atrociously, but they also treated atrociously. It wasn't like this was a one-sided thing, okay? And I called up and I was trying to make that point because I always liked Bob Gambakurta. I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but still, I yanked Bob Gambakurta's chain. He just gave me all kind of crap. Blah blah. I think he did call me like a white nationalist or something.
Oh my!
And I'm like, wow, I didn't realize I was. Pushing old Bob Gambakurta's chain button so hard. But, he gave me down the road about it. And, so I said, well, Bob Gambakurta, since you are so morally superior, I'm sure your house is on Indian land. Why don't you show us the way? I'm sure you can find an Indian somewhere that'll take your house with gratitude from you. Go ahead and show us all how it. And he shut up big time on that one. But do you remember that at all, Joey?
Oh yeah, I remember him stopping by on Happy Hour on a regular basis. I always remember he had some show like Bob and Joe or whatever against the morning, and Don Markwell's. What was it? Something like that. Bob and so against the morning.
Something like that.
Yeah, and I always remember apparently Don Markwell's line to Bob Gambakurta is, "The morning's winning."
Okay. Well, anyway, that's my point, though. I mean, Billie Eilish or whatever. What is her name?
Billie Eilish.
So, you know, and they always have to come up with these crazy names, don't they? Anyway, so, yeah, her land, her house is on Indian land, so show us the way, Billie Eilish. Go ahead and give your home to an Indian, I'm sure.
Oh, no, the tribe already reached out and put out a press statement saying we've tried to contact her.
She just freezes us out.
John Brown Lutley, absolutely. Anyway, that was funny, though. I'm glad that they're trying to, you know, make turn it back on this stupid heifer.
Now, to finish, nice callback.
Yeah.
To finish this off, I found the clip. Here's Lindsey putting on his performance.
Oh boy.
Y'all are playing like Biden didn't exist. Y'all won't tell the American people about Lincoln Riley. It's a one-sided debate. For 4 years, our border was obliterated. They let them come in by the tens of millions, and they want to go back that way. We're not going.
He's just so good at it.
I swear.
Somebody's drugs kicked in real quick, didn't they?
No, and if you look closely at the video, I love what he says. Lincoln Riley, he clearly points at Senator Britt, who's not on camera in this shot. But Barrasso next to her, you can see Barrasso look over her shoulder, what the hell? Why is Lindsey pointing at me?
I know he ain't talking
And
to
I
me.
love women.
That's right. Don't ever forget it.
At night, go home and put your leotards on, Lindsay. Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it,
See you, man.
Babe.
Y'all are playing like Biden didn't exist. Y'all won't tell the American people about Lincoln Riley. It's a one-sided debate.
He's not making a bad point. It's always he turns on the
old man,
the
crazy,
theatrics sort of thing. Reagan plus, whatever.
Loser. Oh, wow.
272-9228. What's up?
Nothing, we're good.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, this part of the program?
Yeah.
Brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health.
Oh, they're good folks over there.
They are good folks over there. And fellas, if you're dealing with low T or ED, and it could be it's been a persistent problem for a while, or it could be you just noticed maybe a little hiccup, or you're kind of you're tempting the clock.
Yep.
But you're fine, but you're like, well, maybe I should look into this.
Why not?
Just in case, because I swear there are a lot of guys walking around going, I'm fine. And you're not.
Right.
You've just gotten used to feeling like crap, and you power through. And God love you for doing that, but you don't have to live that way. In fact, they have treatments there at Montgomery Men's Health that can help you maintain what you got. It doesn't have to be some huge problem all of a sudden. They can help you maintain that edge, that confidence, that energy, whether you're dealing with, ED, which is going to affect your relationship and your love life, of course, but then also low T, which can affect just general,
testosterone levels
vigor.
are so important, man.
And life energy, and can ruin careers, all sorts of stuff. So get by Montgomery Men's Health. They do it the right way. It's not like some of these online shops that just throw generic crap at you. They will tailor solutions specifically to your body and your needs. Just call up Montgomery Men's Health today at 440-3663. Of course, that's 334-440-3663. Or you can book online in under 30 seconds at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health, for every man in every season of life.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. For years, I've been asking you to call me at Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. When you call Alabama Home Mortgage, you will immediately see the difference in pricing. Not only do we offer the most competitive rates, but our closing costs rank among the lowest in the industry. How do we do it? Because we can. We do not have the overhead that big banks and lenders do. Those big banks and lenders have big expenses. And what do? They pass those expenses along to you. Meanwhile, here at Alabama Home Mortgage, we receive wholesale rates which result in big savings that we pass along to you. Don't pay more for less. Give Alabama Home Mortgage a call at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com to complete an application on your time. Our rates and pricing are just one difference that sets us apart from the rest. It's not just a slogan. Call Alabama Home Mortgage because, folks, there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586-36-8, Equal Housing Lender.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Starting a business shouldn't feel overwhelming. At Janikin Gulf Coast, we give you a clear, proven path to ownership. You receive guaranteed initial accounts, local support, and the training you need to succeed from day one. For over 35 years, we've helped people turn steady careers into thriving businesses, and you could be next. Start your journey today at JanikinCleans.com.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com. This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector. That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig? No, but it looks like you do. And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich? What's that? I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man. You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist? That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE. You know, I've heard a lot of good things about David Ernest. You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience. Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold. That's right, man. And I can see that you don't have very much experience. What do you mean, man? Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach. Yeah, man, well, I want to start out small and kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich. Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first. You think he's got a shovel? Never know till you ask. I dig, man.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got a bit of a temperature setback, but it's temporary. With mostly clear skies tonight, the overnight low temperature falls to the upper 20s. Tomorrow, a good bit of sunshine, but well below normal. High temperature up to about 47 for Thursday. Upper 20s on Thursday night. But then look for a nice temperature rebound with lower 60s Friday, 64 on Saturday, and upper 60s on Sunday. Really the best weekend forecast we've had in quite a while. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
At ASE, we're more than a credit union. We're your neighbors. We live here, raise families here, and believe in giving back. That's why we created ASE Cares, to support, connect, and invest in our community. Because when our community thrives, we all do. ASE Cares, federally insured by NCUA.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Hold on to your butt.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader in the American flag hoodie.
Surrounded by two goth individuals.
Yeah.
Glad I brought some color to this.
Pamela is here. No, I like the two-tone. I didn't see your ends until I saw it on camera.
For
I just did
a while.
I'm sorry, I just realized it too.
I think
Takes a while.
I think it pops out more when it's like crimpy. I braided it
yes,
last night.
I see it is pops out more.
Anyway, I had
two-tone hair, Joey. Be careful. We talked about.
I
this
got
this
my
week.
guard up.
Okay.
I am crazy. I will tell you.
Oh boy, the woman that admits she's crazy, you know she's crazy.
Get behind me, Satan. Anyway, how you doing?
I'm very self-aware about it.
No, I know. I'm sorry.
That might make it worse because, like, why can't I fix it?
No, it makes it better. You lean into it and you're like, this is me. And this is, like it or not, this is me.
Yeah.
This is, by the way, for folks who weren't paying attention the other day, Eddie said something. I was going on about Tulsi Gabbard and how the two-tone, the streak is awesome. And Eddie's over here and opined on, like, the two-tone haired ladies. You can't trust them.
I didn't say you can't trust them. I said they're
texting
crazy.
him while I was listening, too. I was like, I have two colored hair.
To my point.
And then I was like, you might be right.
I still think Pam Bondi's looking great. Pregnant. She's got the pregnant energy. Beautiful hair.
No, but
Wait. No, it's Caroline Levitt who's pregnant.
Oh, I did say Pam, yes.
I was
Don't
like-
tell him. He's
I
been
was
doing
like,
this for a few
Like 2
days.
days.
Bondi
Thanks,
is
Joey.
60.
Oh, I owe you good, buddy. I owe you good. Oh, I can't believe I owe you.
No, honestly, I didn't know either. I forgot.
No, it's okay.
I knew Caroline Levitt was pregnant. I didn't know Pam was
I
pregnant.
was thinking Pam Bondi was pregnant.
She can't be unless she's a scientific case study. I mean, she's 60 years old. They go in and sweep out a bunch of dust.
Yeah. You haven't seen some of them old bats, especially nowadays. You know, older women that will have babies.
Yeah,
old
but
bats.
like early 40s, not 60. That's like very
Yeah, can you
risky.
imagine if one of the Golden Girls got pregnant? That's not cool.
I think it would be Blanche. She was a whore.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Actually, yeah, man.
Oh, a question for you, my feral conspiracy theorist. You ever
It
seen
sounds
any?
like you just called me feral.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have you seen any Mexican twins?
No, you asked me that.
Just checking. Have you been
What is
looking?
up with that?
Have you been looking? Because
I
I've been
don't know
looking.
where to look, but
Well, I started at some of the restaurants I frequent, and I've
Oh.
never seen twins there. So, Joey, you ever seen Mexican twins?
Not that I wasn't looking.
Neither have I, but now that I'm looking, no.
Like
yeah,
twins
but I
don't
don't see
exist in Mexico.
twins out in.
Right, you
all
don't
the
always
time
see them
either.
together.
They're not.
I'm not saying it.
They're not hanging out.
Okay, I'm not even
It's not
saying
a
that
Willy
you're
Wonka
necessarily
movie.
going to run
Not
into
everybody's
them.
Mary Kate and Ashley, where they have like the same lifestyle and
I'm not
job.
looking
And
for Mary Kate and Ashley. Looking for an Antonio. I'm just where have you ever seen them? Your whole life?
no,
You're 30 years on this earth.
no, 30.
Okay.
I like that.
Thank you. Trying to make it up. You, Joey?
Mexican twins?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
But I've never seen Chinese twins or Romanian twins or Russian
Right.
twins either. Like I don't run into twins.
Well, I feel comfortable that I've seen Russian twins and
Yeah, you've seen Russian twins. Where?
on the on Google. On the Google.
On the Google. It
Yeah.
just popped up.
No, I typed it in.
You typed it in. Maybe you should type in Mexican twins.
I did. And that's when the whole conspiracy thing came up.
And they didn't give you anything?
They did, but it looked Photoshop bad. Bad. So.
You know, all this like scoring and just general objectification of women.
Yeah.
I blame the president.
Why?
Just him?
Just
because
him?
people take their cue from the commander in chief. He talks a lot.
He does talk a
So
lot.
like
This
here's
has been happening way before he was president.
yeah, that's true. And he's part of that culture, but he's brought it back. Like the reason we can say gay and retarded again is because of this man.
There was an article on Fox last night. They took out the REE or the RET out of the word retard.
In
They put the
Fox?
blanks in, yes. on an
Oh,
article.
gosh.
Like
I
we
thought-
don't know what it is.
Well, my thought was, I thought we got past that. I thought that was one we were able to bring back.
Yeah, whatever. Never really left.
I guess.
But Trump yesterday did one of his whole objectification things, or more like putting somebody in their place things.
Yeah.
With
with Caitlin Collins.
Prattville's own
Yeah.
Caitlin Collins. And I think Trump knows exactly what he's doing here. So let's listen in.
Okay.
A lot of women who are survivors of Epstein's are unhappy with those redactions that came out. Some of them, entire witness interviews are totally blacked out. Do you think that they should be more
The fact
transparent?
that they thought they released too much. You know, I heard that, and you tell me something else. No. I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else. Really. You know, now that nothing came out about me, other than it was a conspiracy against me, literally by Epstein and other people. But I think it's time now for the country to maybe get onto something else,
What would you say to people
like
who feel like they haven't gotten
healthcare,
justice, Mr. President?
something that people care about. Yeah, what did you say? Go ahead.
What would you say
CNN.
to the
are so
survivors
bad.
who feel like they haven't gotten
You are the
justice?
worst reporter. No wonder CNN has no ratings because of people like you. You know, she's a young woman. I don't think I've ever seen you smile. I've known you for 10 years. I don't think I've ever seen a smile on your face. You know why? You know why you're not smiling? Because you know you're not telling the truth. And you're a very dishonest organization, and they should be ashamed of you. Okay, go ahead.
Of a sexual abuse.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Let's go. Start moving. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go.
We just run 'em out.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
You think she ain't got a cattle prod?
Yeah, and as they're running out, he's stuck on it. She never smiles. He's turning there to Katie Britt. She never smiles, Katie. Just the thoughts, the inner monologues that everybody standing in that room's had. I would love to know.
I'm not with him on the just get over the Epstein stuff, though. And that is what turned me off of him.
Yep.
Like several months ago. I was like, oh, okay.
It's like, I hate saying it like this, but it's like when something happens tragically in your life, your dad tells you, you just got to get over it. I can't. I'm still on this.
Yeah.
We're not going to move past it. I still got to process this.
Yeah.
You know, and just because Trump says, hey, we got to get over it, that's not helping at all.
No. It's not. No, it makes me feel madder about it.
Right. Because again,
Because look at what we're reading.
and one of the reasons that a lot of us got behind Trump, that was one of the big things, was he was going to expose this.
Yeah. And now he's like, oh, well, look at all this stuff out there.
Yeah.
Get over it now.
Get over it,
have
right.
you read what's in this? How are we supposed to get over
That's
this?
the part I don't like. It's the talking down to just get over it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see where he's coming from, but it's not a good look.
No.
No.
Like, say he is telling the truth, like he found out the story they tell about when he finds out about Epstein, he, like, literally kicks him out in a pretty over-the-top way, and I never want to see your face again, and all these sorts of things. And kind of knew, like, there's some awful things going on with that guy, but now this is coming up, and in fact, we did release it, and now this is all everybody wants to talk about, and now nobody trusts me because of this, at least in the center. I can see why he's annoyed.
I can see why he's annoyed, but you're shooting yourself in the foot, and you're going to do it again.
And there's a lot of stuff in there, like the whole Pizzagate thing. Not the
It's
pizza parlor or
terrible.
whatever,
Right.
but the coded language.
language,
Yes.
It's all over the place in that stuff. It's awful.
It's bad.
Really bad.
And we're supposed to just keep going on.
That's the
with
part
our
I don't
day.
like. You just-
like we're just us regular people. Just
Get on
go
back to
on.
work.
This
Don't-
doesn't
don't worry about
concern
this.
you,
Yep.
really. We're
Yep.
not coming to breed you. We're not killing your babies. Just
Right.
go on.
But then the other thing that worries me is in this media environment is like, last time I wrote about this, like, does the crowd really want truth and justice or do they want Barabbas? And what I mean by that is there's a lot of just emotions, and there are a lot of people doing shows right now, big, small, little, whatever, anywhere in between, where this is just a feeding frenzy of clicks and
Oh, yeah.
No.
media, and it's a show, it's a spectacle. And I'm like, okay, if this stuff is actually true, though,
Like, what do we do?
who are we hanging?
Nobody.
Nope. And I told Eddie at the beginning of the show, I think if anything, this is more of a flex. It's one thing to like suspect the powerful of all sorts of depraved things. This goes back, by the way, to like Rome,
Oh,
and
yeah,
like
it's been
this is a
happening
common
for
thing.
thousands of years.
But it's one thing to suspect them and they keep it secret or they don't let you in on it. It's even more of a flex of impunity and power to open the kimono a bit and go, okay, what are you going to do about it now?
Oh yeah. Well, they've been showing us in plain sight with movies and television and stuff for decades.
Yep. I mean, I don't, you know me, I don't entertain a lot of conspiracies. Not that I immediately think they're wrong, some. I mean, but it's just not my thing. There is one, though, that I find fascinating, which is Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
That one is,
Uh-huh.
It just strikes me as true.
Have you watched Infinity Pool?
No.
Watch that.
Infinity Pool.
Mm-hmm.
Is it gross?
It's not like Eyes Wide Shut, but it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting and not out of the scope of reality based on some of the things that we see.
Yeah, Eyes Wide Shut doesn't make any sense as a movie because that's not, the director of it, I believe photography said that's not the movie we shot.
Mm.
We shot a lot more than just Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently at the very end, where it's just that long scene where Cruise goes in, where it's the masquerade ball or whatever, that weird ceremony they're doing, there's supposed to be a narrator. So it's this long scene with nothing, it's just weird looks. There's supposed to be internal monologue. And it was reported that Kubrick was having to fight with the studio over the movie. He dies before it's finished. And the studio themselves edited whatever that mess is together.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to think about Stanley Kubrick. Brilliant man.
Mm-hmm.
Even the gnarly
shot the moon
movies.
landing.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Be careful, honey.
You can jump into The Shining and all that. But, y'all ain't taking Apollo away from me. I'm sorry.
It's just emotional.
Yes,
Thank you.
You're just emotionally attached to
That's
it.
all my stuff.
I mean, I know, and I'm an emotional person too, but I can separate some things that don't make any freaking sense.
Let's go to Mike. Hey, Mike, how are you?
Good. How are you this afternoon, Joe?
Pretty good.
All
How
right.
you doing, man?
All right. So I'm not very, very deep into politics, but I'm curious because I don't know the answer to it, so I figured I'd call y'all and ask.
All right.
What is the purpose of redacting and blacking out all of the information that's on the Epstein files?
Supposedly protecting the victims, but
That's one reason. Other reasons they say
National
protecting,
security.
Yeah.
sources and methods sort of thing.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate that info, and you guys have a great afternoon.
you too.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's not like I buy those excuses.
That's just it.
I
How many
know.
of us really buy
Like
it?
the people who are sending the emails back and forth with him, a lot of those names are redacted,
Mhm.
and it's like, why don't we know those?
Why? And most, I won't say most, but a lot of the victims have come forward.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's one of the victims that's come forward, I don't understand why we're redacting all this stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I saw a video of Thomas Massey that went hard.
Oh,
Like, this guy might run for president just based off this video.
really?
Because they're going after Massey. And I get it. He's very annoying as a gadfly. If you're a Republican and we must do Republican team stuff, and how dare you break ranks and you're
I like
making
the
these
fact
votes.
that he breaks ranks. So
So there's this, it's one of these walk and talk things in the House office building where he's walking down the hallway and this guy with a camera walks up and goes, why don't you just go ahead and switch parties, Congressman Massey? Why don't you? And Massey turns around and goes, I vote with Republicans 91% of the time. The times I don't is when they're protecting pedophiles, starting new wars, or bankrupting this country.
Ooh.
And then says bye and goes inside his office, and it's like, oh.
nice.
But I can imagine D.C. going, but that's all we do is protect pedophiles, start
Right.
wars, and bankrupt the country.
Take my job.
That's all we really do. Yeah, I think Massey, as though he's under the gun right now and facing a lot of heat, especially from Trump himself, I think that guy has a bright future.
Oh, yeah.
J.D. Vance and Rubio need to watch out at how much I think Massey, with this new media environment, could cause a big old stink in 2028.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he is brilliant. Even, sometimes I might disagree with his tactics or whatever, but he's nobody's fool.
Right.
And he's got a backbone of steel. And I think that sort of message, almost like a reincarnated, reinvigorated Ron Paul, but without the sort of country doctor feel to him. It's true edge, true brilliance, and also, willing to go to bat. Now, the thing is, he better not be out over his skis on this.
Yeah.
It could be some of the victims he's presenting are making crap up. So a lot depends on what actually comes out. But in terms of just the general vibes of where I think the heartbeat of the culture is, Massey has got his finger on the pulse all day, every day. And Trump has lost a lot of that center.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just over this one issue, which is a
That's
shame.
why I think he really keeps asking for it to go away, because For whatever reason, he's not handling it well at all.
No, and Trump's right that the average GOP voter, I don't think, cares that much about this.
No,
but
bad press is bad press.
But the heart of this culture right now is that sort of independent, maybe used to be Democrat, but I decided to vote for Trump, or I never really ever voted or care, but then I kind of got into taking on the elites and all this, and I thought we were going to have this whole change, this wrecking ball, this big reveal. And
no.
That energy has gone away from Trump and team. Maybe they can get it back. Whether even now, though, doubt it.
A lot of the people who have the same mindset as me and you, Eddie, are pretty much neutral on Trump right now. We're definitely.
I'm glad he's there.
Got off
but,
the train.
Yeah.
We're like, all right, best of luck on the way to where you're going.
I'm still glad he's there, but I'm waiting for him to kind of come back into my world, into my fold. I'm not going to his.
I know.
Yeah.
I would like to see how many people there really are like us. Like if we could get our finger on the people, whose algorithms are like ours, I bet it's a lot.
The whole problem with that, and I kind of watched this with the Tea Party. Remember they became a great movement? Where are they at? If you become too big, you get sucked up by one of the parties.
I know.
I mean, whether you want to or not.
I hate that.
Yep. I know. And I don't know how to break that, but I've seen it more than one time. But the Tea Party, I really thought, all right, we're really going to have more than one party now. This will get things going. Gone.
By the way, there's going to be a lot of folks after our conversation with Papa B with Billie Eilish showing up in their algorithm.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Ugh, time to clean out the gutters again.
But I don't want you climbing that ladder.
Time to call Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection company. Leaf Filter's trusted pros will not only clean your gutters for you, they'll realign and seal your gutters and install Leaf Filter. With Leaf Filter, you'll never have to clean out your gutters again.
Wait, never again?
Never again. Because Leaf Filter's surgical-grade stainless steel micro mesh is fine enough to block even tiny debris like pine needles and pollen while still letting rainwater flow through. Leaf Filter works so well, it's backed by a lifetime warranty. Plus, when you go to leaffilter.com/block, you'll get a free gutter inspection and up to 30% off.
Wow. So no more climbing that ladder.
How do I sign up?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/block for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/block for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/block.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is #1 in the #2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. We're just rounding things out here. Last few minutes of the program. I think we've learned a thing or two today. In particular, that I'm not feeling the vibe about Montgomery these days. Now, it might just be me in that I'm an old man at way too young of an age. But I'm not feeling the vibes.
What kind of vibes do you want to feel?
Like safety and then like cool, innovative places that are really showcase.
I see.
Like what Montgomery's all about. And that some of that does exist. Again, some of this could be me not just being an old curmudgeon at a young age. But generally, I'm not feeling the vibes a lot. Learned that today.
No. I can see that.
You also taught me something, but I won't talk
You
about
didn't know that before?
The covering up thing?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
Tell you off air, and you can tell us if we're right, but I think I'm right.
Okay.
It has to do with that Billie Eilish thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Those who are blessed tend to hide it. Let's go to line 1 and talk to Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet.
Hey guys,
how you doing, Ray?
I'm actually good. Just bought my sailor's car tag.
Oh.
She actually called me from college and said, "Hey Dad, isn't it time to buy my car tag?" I'm like, I said, "You know what? I'm proud of you. Thank you, because I did not think about that."
That's good, Ray, because it's only the 4th of the month. She was giving you plenty of notice.
Plenty of notice, and the problem is, like, my cars belong to Prattville Carpet.
Yep.
So we don't buy our tags until like October.
Right.
I only own one car, her car. And
Ray Bowles, that's February, baby.
Think about it.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, gotta go buy it.
I had January with a D last name.
Whoa. Really?
Mm-hmm. In Elmore County.
Well,
That's weird.
huh.
Mhm.
But it is Elmore County.
Yeah, that's true, too. It's Elmore County.
We begin the alphabet with the D here in Elmore County.
But I can't throw much shade because Prattville Carpet is actually in Elmore County.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So all my car tags, we have to go to we come to buy our car tags in October.
They're really
which
ake
is
there.
a lovely
Yeah, they
town. They are. You're just in and out, and they have a lot of really cool coffee shops over there, and plenty of places to eat lunch. I love Wetumpka. We go to Wetumpka all the time. We're over there constantly.
The deli.
But if you need a floor for Wetumpka, Millbrook, Prattville, wherever,
Titus?
y'all call it. We'll come to you.
That number's still 285-8117?
Yes, 285-8117.
Folks, they'll call them up, and they really can get the job done quick and do a spectacular job at that. Whatever flooring or resurface job you're looking for. Appreciate it, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.
Thanks. Have a great day.
See you, bro.
So, what else did we learn today?
Ryan Roth, life plus 7 years. Guy that,
the guy tried to
president.
kill Trump on the golf course?
Yep.
Yeah.
Life plus 7 years.
See, and I don't think I'm as neutral on Trump at this point as y'all, as I put on, like, my wrestling hat.
Mhm.
Like, because 2024 was epic. And I think a lot of the stuff compared to the alternative we could have gotten is epic.
Oh, no
And
doubt. No doubt. That's why I said I'm glad he's the man there.
Mm-hmm.
However, there are some things.
And
that,
it's so much fun sometimes.
Yeah, as a personality, I still like him.
Oh, yeah. I do. That there's some things where I wish he wouldn't be such an old man about, and Epstein's one of them.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them. But it's like, for instance, I come from the libertarian tribe, and they are such, I don't even describe myself that way anymore. I guess I am at the end of the day.
You guys don't get along with each other, though.
Exactly, but they're so bitchy and fickle.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't do everything we wanted 100%, so
we're
I'm
out.
done with you.
Yep.
And
That's
it's like,
exactly right.
like, he freed Ross. He went to the convention and said, I will free Ross Ulbricht, who was wrongfully made an example of. And he did it
It still wasn't enough.
within the first or second week. It was awesome. But you didn't do it. You started a war with Iran. Yeah, that lasted 12 days. It's not just Iran and Israel. You don't know what the F you're doing, all right? Anyway, I've learned to love the show, I suppose.
It is a good show.
Y'all stay tuned. Happy Hour's next.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington.